Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
I was like, oh, I haven't seen that. I forgot I had that. And then
who lives back here?
Who is back? Well,
hey, there's the bat.
There is somebody that's the problem. I had to check because I've made that mistake before because Nacho, that's where she lives. Oh. She wants to hang out there all day in the closet with the like clothes on the hangers kind of sort of on top of her.
Right. And hey, Chris, do you have that audio of that? I thought Chris grabbed the audio of Nacho in the closet under the clothes.
Did you, Chris? Chris is lost.
No.
Right?
No, never mind.
I know what you're doing, Jason.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Chris is so lost.
I know what he's doing.
Not have it. Are you speaking?
Yeah.
Oh.
You heard him?
Someone
there we go.
Someone didn't have me in program. Who was recording
you
back
were
here?
Hearing him.
Yeah, I was.
I was not.
Oh, because you've got yours in program and his and it's in auxiliary.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what to do. So
no, you're fine.
I can hear you now.
It's weird. Every day I only hear you in Spanish.
See, I speak a little Spanish. A little.
Más o menos.
Poquito?
Un poquito. I see. I'm so at Spanish. I want to learn.
I like how you explained it.
I want to learn Spanish. I know enough like
SOCKS.
Yeah, the whole commercial.
Yeah.
Like I could be like, it's like broken Spanish. Like broken. Like I get mixed up on like the little words. Like it's like donde está el baño is probably not correct, but someone's gonna know that I need to know where the bathroom is.
That's not what that means.
No? I'm sorry.
Not have said that.
Donde está el biblioteca? That's
there
the bathroom.
You go.
Gross.
We gotta take a dump in the library. I know enough, but I've told you this before. When we go down there, I am all over my Google Translate because I like to try to communicate.
Yeah.
The problem is I can usually say the thing, and then here's where I run into trouble. Like we're in an Uber or something, or Uber, I don't know, whatever, and I'll be like, like off my like, hey, busy day today. It's small talk. I'm trying to make small talk. Busy day today, or what's something great to do down here? And I say it, and then like usually the person driving will kind of pop up, like because I think when we get in, they're like, okay, Americans, easy to spot, quiet ride. And then I say something, and they're like, it changes kind of the dynamic. It's like, oh, okay, we can talk here. But then
it's like dumb Americans.
Well, that's the problem. Is like I'll say the thing, and then the driver's like, "Oh, and just is answering my question, but I don't think it through enough to realize I can't understand what he's saying.
Fast Spanish.
And that's the thing that's always fascinated me, right? Which is another reason I want to be bilingual. I'd love to speak Spanish because, like, Chris, is Spanish as fast as I think it is?
It is for me.
It is. Like,
I don't know Spanish.
I feel like no. I'm asking though. Like, I feel like when I am hearing people speak Spanish, they're speaking super fast. But I'm also like, but what if somebody who doesn't speak English is hearing us speak English and they think we're speaking super fast? Right. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually a tempo thing where Spanish speakers tend to speak faster, or if it's just that's what it sounds like to my untrained ear that doesn't know Spanish.
Yeah.
I want to know the answer to that question because it's the best.
It's coming up in 3 for Madness.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I would know that though.
Yeah.
Apparently the printer's not working today. A's come to Sacramento and everyone just slacks off.
I was expecting a couple more leading offs before I
put in 2, right?
You put in 1.
I did? No, I specifically remember putting in 2. I know this, but there's only 1. No, I put the A's in second. That's weird.
Sure you did.
I'm telling you, I don't.
Hey, you forgot.
It's not on here. It's not on yours. So of course you put it in.
I did.
You know what it is? You just forgot to send it.
You know what it is? Somebody is lurking in our docs, in our Google Doc, and they erased it. Yeah, because I specifically remember having the thought of I'm not going to put in a third because Kings and A's are going to take up leading off.
Did the thought also then I'm not going to put in a second.
I'm not putting in anything. Exactly. Oh, hey, you called yesterday, and then I called you back, and then you were on the air, and I forgot that you were on the air.
Yeah.
Is everything good?
It was really a private discussion. Super private. You know that thing that we talked about?
Oh,
it happened.
Oh, it did. How'd it go?
Yeah.
Anyone else quit? We didn't tell that story, and we'll be careful with it because obviously, whatever. But yeah, what was it? It was the show before yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And like we were looking, I saw that Brendan was here because I saw him in the parking lot. Brendan Nunez, Kings Insider.
We'll be on today.
And so I came up and I saw you, and I had to come in here while Alan and Chris were on to get the egg maker that was left that we got for him. And then I got you, and then Chris was right there, and he was like, "Hey, are we doing this?" I was like, "Let's go!"
As a show.
As a show. So we walked down to where Brendan's office is, and then I can see him in another office, somebody else's office, and he's in there with Emil, and they've got Frankie on the phone, and there's another person, and they'll remain nameless. And we walk in there, and we're just kind of small talking here real quick, and then we give him the egg thing and all that, and then there's like this.
I think you did ask. We're not interrupting anything, are we?
I think you're right. Actually, it was something like, "Oh, we didn't just," because there was a weird vibe in there at one point that I picked up on. I think we all probably picked up on it. There was just this. The vibe was off. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just this is not the energy I'm used to in this world of people. And then, I think I said something like, hey, we're not interrupting anything important. And then the other guy who will remain nameless is like, well, no, I was just informing everybody that, I'm leaving and going to, you got another job somewhere.
He didn't say that.
What?
He didn't say that.
What did he say?
He said, oh, I'm just letting him know that I quit.
Oh, yeah, I'm just kind of mushing. You're
yeah,
right.
But like when I heard that, I'm just like, okay, he's joking.
Okay, so we're on the same page there. So I'm really screwed now, and it's Chris's fault directly because I keep saying this is where it really got awkward because I'm like, guys, April Fool's was 2 days ago. Chris already got me like 17 times, and it's also because I thought I saw a couple of them make eye contact with Chris, and I thought that was like, hey, we're all doing this, right? So I had to ask like seriously 5 times. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Like, guys, seriously, last chance. Like, is this for real? Because I knew as soon as I was like, no way, you guys will be like, April Fools. But then
you care about this person.
Exactly. But then it came about that he was like, no, dead serious, like, all good, and then explained like what was going on, and it's it's great. It's a good it's a good opportunity, and nothing like that. It's nothing tragic or whatever, but it's just really awkward.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon, how are the eggs?
Right. And then it was like, all right, Brandon. Well, what you want to do is do the with the thing, and then I should have taken the egg maker from Brendan and given it to
the other person.
Our guy as a going away party gift.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mentioned generally when somebody leaves here that's been here a while, we tend to have a going away get together. And then Chris volunteered my house.
Yeah.
Chris, if I do a going away soiree for that person, and I literally did it at my house, would you come?
Yeah.
Chris would come. Jason?
Yeah.
I'm the one that goes to all the.
That is true. You went to like Knicks thing and probably other things too.
All the other going away things.
Chris goes to every event, even if it's with like a competing station. Chris is there.
Yeah.
He's just there.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
I'm a fan of Sacramento.
You are you are an advocate of Sacramento.
Yes.
That's good to know. A lot of advocates yesterday. By the way, fun fact, Kings have not won since they announced the A's coming to Sacramento.
That's factually true.
I also have a feeling we might be saying that on Saturday.
Might be.
Not excited about that game tonight. Everything good with you though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Friday. I don't really have a ton.
Okay.
I don't have a ton of this segment. Just everything's fine.
It's gonna be better weather though coming up, right? Don't we have sun finally?
I think this is
we've had enough rain. We're good.
I think this is the last push.
Again, would you trade this? I think you would do this deal for me with me.
Yeah.
Could we save one of these cooler, rainy weeks for? You pick the week in the summer.
July
or August. I was wondering.
August. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
How great would that be?
Absolutely.
So you'd have to give it like it would have been unseasonably warm for a week.
What is unseasonably warm this week in your world? What would it be?
Well, I mean, because to have rain and cold in the summer, that's an outlier.
That is.
So I think you'd have to have a 90 plus.
I'd still do it.
Yeah. one week.
For 1 week.
In March.
But my God, that 90 plus
would feel like 4,000.
Yeah, Jason, congratulations. Next Thursday it'll be 81.
Perfect.
There you go.
And you are going to be mad about the 81, and then in a few weeks later, you're like, I wish it was only 81.
55, 61, 63 this weekend. That's fine. 63 and sunny on Sunday.
Okay.
And then next week, 72. I love we're doing the weather. 72, 74, 78, 81, 79, 79, all sunshines.
It's a shout out to Mark Finan.
Hey, Dave, who's turning 100?
Right. I know, right?
That's later in Celebrity Birthday.
David Scott. That's fine. I think this is it. And as we all know in Sacramento, it goes from rainy and cold to, it's going to be 90 in 2 weeks.
Man, can you imagine next year, Wednesday, 113, watching the A's versus the Tampa Rays?
I'm there, baby.
Jason will be there.
Baseball.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Talk about that. We'll talk about the Kings losing.
You want to get season tickets? Want to go in together as a show?
I feel like we should.
Actually, I had a few people reach out to me.
Yeah, same here.
There is an appetite.
They already have a page up.
Yeah.
For to get in the waiting line. I am curious to see what I do predict that they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna require it, but I do think they're gonna. There's gonna be something. It's gonna be very incentivized to do 3 years.
Probably.
Like if that's what they do with Golden One Center. They had everybody do 3-year deals, I believe.
I don't think so.
No,
I'm a season 2.
Then maybe that was just for the lofts and stuff. Then I don't know.
Maybe,
but I knew that there was some sort of situation where
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Because I said lofts. I didn't get a loft.
I didn't get a loft. I've never.
You just thought about it, but there's too many years.
That's a good point right there. Yeah,
if it was only one, I would have
be fine. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm going. Hey, last thing.
Yes,
this is something great. I'm going out tonight with friends. I haven't done that. I don't
know somebody's house.
No, I'm going to an event.
Did you lose a bet?
I kind of did. Not a bet, but
you're gonna be in public.
I will,
with people.
Oh man, I can't. I will be at Golden One Center.
Wait,
I'm going to a concert, sort of. I'm going
to comedy.
I'm going to a comedy show.
My guy, I'm jealous. I wanted to go to that. Yeah.
You still?
Well, I'll be working.
No.
Nate Bergazzi?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate Bergazzi.
I actually, well,
Is he
you'll
funny?
be on it. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
I do.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not
You'll
saying.
find out.
I'm not saying he's not. I just don't really know.
I don't know if I've ever. This might be a true test. Chris probably gone to a lot of comedy shows. I don't know that I've ever been to a comedy show that I haven't laughed. There's been people that are like, they're okay, but I laugh at something.
Sure.
Oh, I've been to a couple stinkers.
Like all the way, like the entire set for the comedian.
Yes,
Wow.
but they weren't like a headliner.
Was it someone that works here?
Worked here.
Well, but
no, that's not fair.
but part of it's like you're around people laughing,
That helps.
and that makes you laugh.
Yes.
And so because honestly,
Like
it's
going to a movie with Chris and Sean Cunningham.
Yeah,
I sat between them, and the movie wasn't very good.
was it Men at Work?
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
saw Dumb and
Men at work.
I don't know.
what was were
Why'd
we
I think
working together in the 80s?
That's a good point. Maybe it's a rerun.
90s.
Pretty sure.
Chris, what was it? Dumb and Dumber 2?
Dumb and Dumber 2.
And then the other one, which was awful.
Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
Holmes and Watson
Oh,
with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. But there's like two scenes that were
and the
but
rest
those
was-
two laughed. I'm like, I'm laughing at you guys.
Those are the best because Chris has his cackle,
and
then
Sean's I'm in his stereo.
oh my
like,
god, I was
in between them.
I would actually go see a funny movie in that with that exact
It
form.
was between two ferns.
And then you got Sean Barney reveling.
And I'm going, they're like, isn't that funny? Not really.
No.
You guys are making me laugh.
You
now.
guys are making me. Oh, so I'll report back.
Okay. I think you're going to give it a 8 or higher.
He's obviously funny. He's playing like
In
the
an
round.
arena.
I
Yeah.
think you're gonna like it, but you're gonna have a lot of complaints about everything else.
Meaning what?
Like I'll complain about like he knows what
Parking.
he's talking about. Yeah, like parking or
So crowded.
the lines or
I have
Only
to give
one
up
was-
my phone in a pouch because they don't let you record.
wait
The
a minute.
popcorn line.
Hey, hold on a second. Are you serious?
They did that for John Mulaney.
He probably doesn't care.
Doing it on my phone. I'll put that sucker down my pants. I'm not going to record anything.
They put it in a pouch and they give it to you, so you have to hold on to it the entire time.
Can you get into the pouch?
You have to go to an area to get it unlocked, and then you have to put it back in the pouch.
We'll take
Dave's
a
not
break.
going
Yeah,
anymore.
I got Royal Match to play. Okay. I can't.
I got fishies.
I got to multitask. When we come back, the Kings multi-halved last night. Woof. Tale of two whatevers.
Cities?
Yeah. What? What'd you
Tale
say?
of Two Cities.
Oh,
What do you
I
think?
thought he said it too.
Really?
100%. That's
Okay.
what I heard.
Because I did.
And more of the A's post-mortem, if you will, or pre-mortem. I don't know what it is, but A's stuff. And we'll get to all that. It is a Friday program. We're going to have fun. Friday fun and games coming up. Brendan Nunez coming up. David Samson, former president of the Miami Marlins, who got them all situated with their stadium, a guy who knows all about this stuff. You might have seen him on Dan Lebitard. I think he's down in L.A. hosting the Rich Eisen show right now, but he's going to join us here in about an hour. We'll get to all that right after this.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento
Here's
Kings.
a steal by Fox. The breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope, we use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie cutter portfolios,
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
but you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Hartenstein on the perimeter. Hartenstein looks, finds Hart in the middle, turns to the rim and scores again. What a night for Josh Hart. His career high came when he played with the Portland Trailblazers a couple of years ago when he had 44 against Washington. Tonight, he now has 31 season-high points, and the Knicks are in control. Davion Mitchell from the free throw line, short on the 15-footer off the dribble. 115-103, 2:25 to go. Brunson breaks down the defense. Turn out the lights. Won the Jets. This ball game is all but officially over.
You disappointed the G-man. And our general manager, who was
A
there
shameful performance.
There with his daughter. And got to, hopefully they left after the first quarter. What?
Halftime? They're still ahead.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You're a jinxie person.
Because I said I don't want to say anything?
No, but he went.
Oh.
And those other road games. He's been to other road games? He's been a pretty good road team.
I don't think so. I don't think he has. So maybe we have a conversation. Maybe that's it. No more road
no more
games for you, dude.
M&Ms.
No more road games for you,
Don't
guys.
bring him in
M&Ms. It's a tale of two. Well, really, I should say 3/4 to 1.
Tale of two what?
Yeah. It was a great first quarter. And then I believe it was 100-74 Knicks the rest of the way.
Oh, yikes.
I'm gonna give you my I wouldn't say my mean take, but I'm gonna give you a take that came into my head probably when I was angry. So it's kind of angry tilted, but I want you to I'm asking you to poke holes in it. The Kings came out of the box and not only went toe-to-toe with the Knicks, but actually pushed them around a little bit. Stan Van Gundy even said it's the best. Their defense was so aggressive. Sam Amick tweeted it's the best defense he's seen them play all year. The Kings have the ability to punch other teams in the mouth. The problem is that other teams have figured out that if they adjust and they punch the Kings back, that the Kings more often than not will wilt from that. It's the same thing that happened in Sacramento with the Knicks. Kings were winning. And then the Knicks eventually wore them down, and the Kings folded, which is what I think they did, especially in the second half. And I think Mike Brown got pantsed last night. I think he got pantsed. I think he got pantsed by Tom Thibodeau. I thought his blitzing of Jalen Brunson was ridiculous. Maybe after the first 27 times it didn't work, you adjust. I thought after the initial, and I understand this is easy to do from the sidelines, but you, Chris, and I, and Harrison Barnes all had the same scoring line last night. Harrison did another one of his I'm going to disappear for a while games, and when you least need it. And I thought Thibodeau made adjustments to I thought Tom Thibodeau made far more adjustments than Mike Brown yesterday. And we've seen that a lot this year, by the way, where adjustments now there might be some underlying reason for that.
Yeah.
But I thought ultimately from 50,000 feet, the Kings came out, punched the Knicks in the mouth. The Knicks got off the canvas and just slugged it out. And eventually the Kings just wilted. I saw them wilt against the Knicks at Golden One Center, and I saw them wilt last night, and not Chamberlain.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of things to poke holes in. I guess if I'm going to do that, it would be, I think the philosophy, which you would not even argue, it worked in the first half, was we got to do what we can to limit the other players.
That's right.
Now, Brunson at 18 at the half.
That's right.
But DiVincenzo, McBride, Hart, I think, was at 12, but DiVincenzo was awful. McBride missed everything.
Yeah.
So if you're up 8 on the road at the half and you've said, look, we're trying to let other people beat us and not Brunson, I would continue the same strategy. Now,
I agree.
That's where I would agree with or poke the hole in. But then the other guys got hot.
Yeah.
And so it has to switch in real time in the second half. And so the other part, I thought there were red flags all over the game. And when you say punch in the mouth, I feel like there was some of that. I just thought, honestly, they made everything they threw up in the first half. I'm like, you're shooting 60%. This is going to regress to a mean here. The lead's not large enough.
Sure.
And then as it went along, they got turnovers. And then I thought the shot selection in the second half was awful.
It was terrible.
Just
their offense was horrible.
You're down 4.
Yep.
Oh, 3, hero 3, contested 3, fadeaway 3.
Yep.
You got to get to the basket, and or twos or something easier. And I just didn't think their shot. I didn't think they played a very smart second half.
I don't think so either. And I think in transition, you have to play the Knicks in transition. Once they get to set their defense, good luck.
Yeah,
and that didn't happen.
And then the Barnes thing too, 100%. But only saving grace, they didn't leave him out there a ton. He played barely
15 minutes.
But that's still, we're in a point now when if Herter and Monk are out, like it's non-negotiable. It can't be. If he was 0 for 12, you live with it. He was 0 for 2. And then if I said, well, Dave, at least he had 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. No.
Right.
He had 2 rebounds and nothing. No other. There was nothing.
There was nothing. And credit to Mike Brown. 15 minutes out of 48. You're going to start the guy who's going to get those minutes. And
each
then
half, and you're like, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, and at some point you got to. He's a starter. You got to put him back in to see if he didn't. And, I think Harrison at one point came in, immediately turned the ball over. It's like, okay, dude, we need to rest the Black Falcon tonight.
Right.
So we're way late for a break. The other thing here was the A's in Sacramento, but trust me, we'll get to quite a bit of that. Want to remind you, David Samson is going to join us at 7 a.m., former president of the Marlins, who is kind of an expert on all this stuff. Also, the first guy kicked off of Survivor a few years ago, too. He's had a pretty interesting life. Wrote a play, starred as Lorne Michaels. Yeah, he's had a really, go to his Wikipedia. It's actually a really interesting life. Brendan Nunes will join us, Kings Insider, at 9 a.m. When we come back, though, we got audio from the game. Kings fall to the Knicks. We'll relive that, unfortunately, next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sactown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Some people just know the best places to eat around town. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate. They know exactly where to go to get exactly what you're wanting. They know where to find the spiciest hot pot, the gooeyest brownies, and the tenderest, most flavorful portobello steak. Those people also know that safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Saving 40% is based on the national average premium savings for Allstate auto customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and vary based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-temperature performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through April 23rd, get a $15 gift card when you buy 5 or more quarts of Edge or Edge High Mileage Full Synthetic, only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Claim based on Sequence 3 H-test versus API SP test limits.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic Oil Change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic Oil Change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit JiffyLube.com for more details and valuable coupons today.
Dirty Heads, live in concert. Every single day. Friday, April 12th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. Special guest, The Elevators. On sale at ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Dirty Heads Live. Rescue me.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Alan Bastable offers 8 sneaky ways for stubbornly average players to break 80. First, play sensible tees. Hitting 7 and 8 irons into greens instead of hybrids give chances at 4s and 3s. Check the par. There's no shame in doing so on a par 70 course. 3, check the forecast. A day after rain can mean soft greens. 4, avoid big numbers. It's not the bogeys that will derail a 79. It's a couple of bigger scores. 5, you got to believe. Give yourself a pep talk and temper the feelings of gloom. 6, keep like-minded company. If you're a grinder, play with fellow grinders, or play with music, or gamble if that's your game. 7, a little luck helps. Even tour players recognize luck. 8, don't obsess over, breaking 80. You're going to know if you have a good round going, so have your partner keep score. At the 18th tee, ask where you stand, as it may affect the way you approach the hole. Sounds simple, huh? Now go out and do it. And have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Hey, it's Boost Mobile here with a great deal to keep you connected and help you make the most of your tax refund. When you switch to Boost, you get 4 lines for $100 plus 4 free 5G smartphones like the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G or the Moto G Stylus 5G. We're here to bring you the best phones on America's largest 5G network so you can get after it. Switching is easy. Just head to your local Boost Mobile store for 4 lines and 4 phones for $100. New customers only. Requires ID verification. Select markets only. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Hey, I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness from my pits to my...
Ooh, I love that it's a spray.
Me too. And it comes in sticks and creams too. Go get your Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters end a game in a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. And the men who use PTO to catch afternoon basketball in March with the boys. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Here's Fox in the left corner, wide open 3, and he nails the triple and starts to skip back up the floor. Kings start out 4 of 5. They've got a 5-point advantage here at 10-5 in the early going in New York City. Hart with a wraparound in the paint. It's deflected, stolen by the Kings. Harrison Barnes on the move. Turnover number 3, New York. Here's a corner 3 from Keon Ellis. He's got the bucket, and Sacramento has a double-digit advantage. They're up 21-11. 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Ellis is now 3 for 3 and has 9 points. And the Knicks, after getting the ball in the front court, have just called a timeout. So Fox skips along with the dribble, pulls up for another 3-point attempt. He trains another 3-pointer. It's the De'Aaron Fox show tonight in New York. 4 of 5 from downtown. He's got 16 points. Thibodeau calling timeout. This is the biggest lead for Sacramento, and it's a beauty. They're up 21 at 46-25.
And that's how it would end. The Kings would go on and stun the Knicks in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I think it was around that point where you're feeling good, obviously up 20, which we know in this NBA present day isn't much anymore. But I was thinking, I go, wow, Kings are up 20. Atlanta was leading Dallas.
Yeah.
And I thought, boy, if these two results hold up,
yeehaw,
it would have been Dallas, Sacramento, New Orleans, Phoenix, all 45 and 31, tied for 5th through 8th. But both scores didn't hold up. Dallas moves into sole possession of 5th. Kings move back into sole possession of 8th.
And you know whose fault it is that the scores didn't hold up?
Who's that?
Jalen Brunson.
Hartenstein holds it, looks for some help, feeds it past to Brunson, low post, up fake once, twice, step back baseline floater is good, and it's now a 7-point ball game at 48-41. 11 unanswered by New York. Crowd now getting engaged here. They've got reason to get fired up, and you'll hear them getting louder by the moment.
Halftime, Kings still up. Okay. By the way, anyone else think that Fox full quarter was going in at the end of halftime? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, for a second, I thought that was going in. Dante DiVincenzo, former King.
Rebound, Fox ahead to Sabonis. Races into the front court. He's going to the rim. Ball knocked out of his hands from behind. No whistle. Keegan has it. Corner three. Misses the three. Knicks get the rebound. On the run. They push. DiVincenzo runs to a designated spot for three, and he scores it. And suddenly, it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout taken by Mike Brown. 8 unanswered points by the Knicks.
Let's get into the fourth quarter. De'Aaron Fox gives the Kings in a back and forth after many, many ties, backs and forths, a 3-point lead.
Back out to Fox in three-point range, working against Miles McBride. Takes the dribble to the right, launches for three, scores the triple. De'Aaron Fox now has 27, and the lead has gone back to the Kings at 95-92. Fox is 6 of 10 from downtown.
And that's about as good as it would get for Sacramento to say the Knicks closed out the fourth quarter on the Kings. Well, that would be an understatement.
Here are the New York fans, many of them coming to their feet to salute the Knicks, looking for win number 45, as are the Kings. Brunson straight away scores the triple, holds the pose, now backpedals on defense. And from 21 down to a 10-point lead in this game. It's 105-95 New York. They've scored 13 in a row.
Yeah, and, well, that'd do it. That would do it. 120-109 is your final. Kings had nothing. They had absolutely nothing late in that fourth quarter. I can't blame fatigue.
No.
You know?
Not in this one, I don't think.
I don't think so.
There weren't a lot of other ancillary reasons, I don't think. I think they got outplayed.
We'll talk about that a little bit in 3 for Madness as far as reasons why. But I think when you look at, well, let's take a look, Jason. We'll do this a couple times today, but we look at the standings.
Yep.
And it's a gut punch, man. The Mavs won. The Kings are now in the 8th spot. If the season ended today, I believe they would play the Pelicans on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But the Kings are 1 game back of the Pelicans for the 7. 1 game back of the Suns for the 6, because those two are tied. I believe Phoenix has a tiebreaker. Here's the issue. The Kings are a half game ahead of the Lakers in 9. And the Lakers have won 3 in a row. The Lakers have won 8 of 10. The Warriors have won 6 in a row. The Warriors have won 7 of 10. Those teams that are playoff and championship tested, although they are not at the right place in the standings per se, they're turning it on at the right time. The Kings, they're not collapsing.
No.
But I do believe, and I think it's important to have this conversation. Look, it is an almost absolute certainty that the Kings will be tied with the Lakers technically for the 9 seed after this time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Lakers do, this is important. The Lakers have to finish a game ahead of the Kings. They can't finish in a tie. The Kings will get that. The Warriors are 2 games behind the Sacramento Kings. I don't even know who the hell has the tiebreaker. Is that
2-2? And then the extended one, the Kings have a pretty large lead in that. I feel pretty safe about that, but nothing's safe.
The good news, if you want to look at it, other than the sneeze I'm about to have.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Oh, you got to use the elbow. I'm sorry. That was bad. When you look at the remaining schedule strength, that sneeze brought to you by, we don't have a sponsor yet.
Yeah.
The Lakers actually are one of 5 teams that have a tougher schedule than the Kings the rest of the way. Phoenix still has the toughest schedule by a pretty decent amount. When you consider the fact that Sacramento's 6 remaining games, their combined opponent winning percentage is .551. Phoenix also 6 games, .638.
Yeah, and if you, honestly, if we did this tomorrow, the Kings will drop even more.
Yes, they will.
Now you still have to play Boston tonight, but the schedule strength will drop after.
The Kings will probably drop to somewhere around 10. Wow, is that like a yawn where it's contagious?
Maybe, and it was 1 because normally I'm 3. It must have been. You passed.
Wow, did I just get you allergic?
Yeah.
Wow.
To the Kings.
To the Kings. The other issue. Bless you. There it is. The New Orleans Pelicans have the 22nd most difficult schedule. And the Los Angeles Lakers. Where are you, Lakers?
Where are you?
Where are you hiding?
I already read them.
I thought there we are, 5th. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Golden State. They have the 21st most difficult schedule, just ahead of. Actually, they're tied with New Orleans. 46% remaining winning percent.
On the Kings side of things, I guess what's good is, and I don't even know what we'll be rooting for on this day, but the Warriors and Lakers play one of those games each other. So obviously, one is guaranteed to get one more loss at least.
Yes.
I think the one thing that's been eliminated, basically, not mathematically yet, but Houston's lost last night. The 10 are pretty much set. The Kings have a 6-game lead on Houston.
I think,
So Houston's not getting there.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. By the way, Dallas, the 25th toughest schedule in the NBA. Here's what I believe. I believe the Kings will be in the play-in.
Okay.
And
got to be in the 7-8. You've got to be.
I agree with you. But I'm going to stick with what I said last week, I think, or Monday or whatever the hell it was.
You think the Lakers are passing them?
I think they will.
Okay.
I just, when I look at how the Lakers are playing, when I look at how the Kings are playing, when I look at the remaining schedules, and granted, the Lakers have a very difficult remaining schedule, but it's the Timberwolves, the Cavs, the Pelicans, and the Warriors. Those are their 4 super tough games. And when you look at that in context, which we will before we break here, the Lakers have 3, their next 3 at home, Cleveland, Minnesota, Golden State. And then they go at Memphis. That should be a win. And then at New Orleans at the end of the year. Now I look at that and I go, okay, it's the Lakers. It could go either way, but you've still got LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form. I'd probably predict a 3-2
for them.
For them,
okay,
maybe.
Well, let's do that. What would that get them to? 47 wins.
So 3-2 would get them to 47 wins.
Can the Kings go 3-3?
They go 47-35, which means the Kings would need to go 3-3.
Yeah,
and the Kings' remaining schedule is Boston tonight. I believe that will be a loss.
Okay.
Brooklyn will be a win.
Okay.
Let me skip Oklahoma City for a second.
Okay.
We'll come back to that.
And if you think the last one will be a win in Portland, they need one other on your Lakers assessment at 3-2. They're still in decent position, honestly, to avoid the 9-10.
They beat Brooklyn. They beat Portland. Let's just count that as 2.
Okay, which is never but we're doing it for the exercise, so you need to find one of the other 4.
That means they need to win one of
Boston, OKC, New Orleans,
on the road,
Phoenix.
New Orleans, Phoenix.
1. If the Lakers
go 3-2.
Yeah, and obviously the numbers change. Another win if they're 4-1.
Right.
2 more wins if they're 5-0. But if they went 5-0, I mean, that'd be 11 in a row. Or no, they've won 3. But it'd be a really
good finish.
I mean, credit to them if they do that.
I think part of the reason why
That's why the tiebreaker is so huge.
It's massive, and the Kings, of course, swept the Lakers this year. I think one of the reasons I'm landing the plane on 9, I'll admit, is a little bit Shakespearean of me, where I'm going, they're going to have a one-off against the Warriors at Golden One Center to continue in the playoffs, aren't they? That's really – Steph Curry is going to return from his 50-point game to play the Kings in a one-off at Golden One Center and break hearts again, and 2 years in a row, we're going to get sent home. And this one, well, let me ask you this. More devastating, right? Weirdly enough, than last year?
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a playoff berth.
That happened. If that happened, and
I don't know if it's more. I don't know. It's.
I feel like it would feel more devastating.
What about the chances of the Kings being 7, hosting the Lakers as 8, with Phoenix at 9?
Kings 7, Lakers 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have that.
Yeah, you have a safety net if you lose that game. You host the Suns Warriors winner.
Yeah, then they've got 2 spots.
Yeah.
Okay, as we go to break, Jason Ross, more devastating. Kings play the Warriors in the 9-10. Warriors win, send the Kings home in a one-off. Kings play the Lakers at home, lose, and then play the winner of Warriors Suns
and lose.
Especially
if it's the Warriors. Like, to me, the worst scenario would be that losing to the Lakers and the Warriors and missing the postseason.
God, that would be.
Now, if you could like one of those things where you guarantee it, like if you could guarantee this, I would never want it. What would you feel about this situation? They fall to 10. You have to go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
You beat them. You're not in. You just
in.
got to that 7, and you get the Lakers. You go to LA and you beat them. So now, in sense, you would have knocked out the Warriors and knocked out the Lakers. Now this is awful.
You have exercised all the demons.
Yeah, we'd be furious because they fell to 10.
Right.
You're like, oh, they're 1-4. Like they're never going to beat the Warriors.
Honestly, if you told me that scenario right now, that
you would sign up for that.
I would.
Today.
You knock out the Warriors, you knock out the Lakers, and then you told me that we were going to get swept in the first round.
Denver,
give it.
You would
give
take
me.
that.
Give it to me, because I know we're not winning a championship this year. That's our championship. Screw you both. L Street's that way, Steph and LeBron. It's LeBron because he took the L.
But it'd be so painful to get to 10.
It would.
To know going into that game, oh my gosh, you have to beat. And even if you beat the Warriors, you still got to win this other game.
I'd enjoy the roller coaster. I would not like to wait in line.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, A's related, of course. In the meantime, what is safe is getting your house switched to electric year round.
Yeah, it is.
I say that to you all the time. And the folks are going to help you do that are my friends at American Energy. You know what it isn't? They're not called Americant Energy. Like, they'll get it done. And they want you to avoid those fluctuating PG&E bills. I don't need to go into details there. You know what I'm talking about. As it's rainy today, we all know that right around the corner it's going to be 110, just like Jason loves. And that AC is going to be running all day long, all day, all day. Let American Energy insulate you from that. By going all electric, you're going to get up to $9,000 in rebates from SMUD. They'll do all the paperwork as well. They'll make sure that you get every penny you can out of those folks. Let American Energy simply perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. They're the best. They're the absolute best. I'll say it every single time. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. The A's will not be using Sacramento in the name of the team. Is that jacked up or what? That's part of 3 for Madness next. Excuse me, safer out next.
The best team in the NBA all season long has been the Boston Celtics. Today, the Kings will see how they measure up against the league's best.
It's stolen by the Kings. Sabonis gives to Keegan Murray with a hammer. Coming off the dribble. He just accelerated. He exploded. He lifted off and he rocketed home. That jam.
Check out the Kings and Celtics today at 4:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports, and the Sactown Sports app.
When I want to stretch out after a long day, my sofa needs to be comfortable, but it also needs to look attractive and inviting when guests come to visit. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. We spend so much time on our living room sofas that we forget they're a focal point and a hint to our decorating tastes. Right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings sofa sale, you can save on every sofa, including gallery-exclusive custom-ordered flex steel furniture. Whether you're interested in a new sofa, sectional, or recliner, you can choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics. Nobody has more styles and choices than Naturewood Home Furnishings. And when it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop Naturewood for the look you love at a price you'll love even more. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable sofa sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
I'm Ken Korak with our first Green and Gold report for 2024, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the network made for streaming. Well, for the A's to turn around their fortunes this year, they'll have to play better defense than they've shown early in the season. Now, bright spots on the mound. Paul Blackburn went 7 in the last game of the Cleveland series, 3 hits and no runs. And then Kyle Muller in the first game against the Red Sox comes out of the bullpen, 5 1/3, 1 hit, and 6 strikeouts.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see like what new technology's in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. Like, I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, "I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly." There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It just got the Chris turned on the cameras. I walked in and I missed. That's the second time today. This week I tripped earlier a couple days ago over the seat, and I had a little cup of stuff, and I'm walking in coffee, and I'm walking in and I misjudged the door and I almost spilled coffee everywhere. He caught the very end of that.
You're heroic. You didn't do it.
Honestly, that skill, kind of like Alan posting his baseball photos yesterday. Then did you see me?
Flex.
Posted my triple play newspaper clipping. Like, hey, Alan, you're not the only athlete here, pal.
Yeah.
Safe or out? Question 1.
Safe or out? Not using Sacramento in the A's name while they're here is weak.
Yeah. Okay. It's safe. It's weak. Like, really, you're so happy with the partnership here. You can't put Sacramento. You can't get the gear. It's kind of like an initial. Well, it's the first of many slaps in the faces, I think, that are going to be coming over the next 3 years that people need to be prepared for from John Fisher's outfit. But hold on. I'm going to say out, because I can guarantee you before this whole thing is done, you're all going to be really happy Sacramento is nowhere near these uniforms, because you would have Sacramento splashed all over the front of the worst team in baseball history. So I'll say out. I'm glad. Don't put our name on it.
They're the worst team in baseball.
They will
history?
be.
Why?
Because they're going to lose a lot of games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not even the worst team this year. It's next year.
Just wait.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted Sacramento crowd. I wanted that.
I want the gear.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Number 2, please.
Safe or out? The A's will sell out all 3 years in Sacramento.
I think that's safe. I think.
Oh, you changed your tune on that.
I think they will announce a sellout for all 3 years. All tickets will be sold.
Kind of like they'll do in Vegas.
But it will not be. It will not be full. Probably most of the first year it will be, but trust me, July year 2, they're facing the. I don't know.
I thought we were Sacramento. We go to whatever, whenever. When are we giving them? Like, this year's foolproof. Why do we become so spoiled with the Kings?
Why does nobody remember? I know you do, but why does nobody remember that we were one of the worst attended teams in the whole league before the last couple of years? Before
the last couple, but we had the sellout streak going.
We
for
did
20 plus years.
We did, but then when the team got crappy, the Blues were crapping all over us. Like we were like 28th every year.
Yeah,
I mean, you get what
it's
you
also
put in.
a small stadium.
It's a good point. So you're safe.
I'm safe.
Okay. Number 3, please.
Getting the Vegas financing on the ballot in Nevada should unite both Oakland and Sacramento.
This is a broader question. We got a break because David Samson's coming up. If you don't mind, Jason, I'm going to forward this into our 7:30 segment on the the A's.
That's safe.
And we might even talk about this with Mr. Samson as well, who is coming up next from LA, hosting the Rich Eisen show today. Nice enough to join us. You're going to want to hear this conversation. Former president of the Miami Marlins, David Samson, with us next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
Hello, I'm Frank Cockroll with Retirement Security Centers for the Weekly Economic Update. April Fool's Day wasn't just a day of harmless pranks. It was the date when some workers in California saw a rise in minimum wage to $20 per hour. Employees at a national fast food chain with 60 or more locations across the country qualify for the increased earnings. Coming into 2024, approximately 10% of workers in California made $16 per hour or less. Nationwide, as of 2022, 1.3% of workers were paid less than the federal minimum wage. With the higher minimum wage in California, you could purchase a home for approximately $110,000. The average home value in California is $793,600 per Redfin data in November 2023. California's median income in 2023 was $109,200, so only 15% of residents in California can afford a home. While raising wages may help some, making home ownership more affordable may not have been achieved. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, to receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Welcome to the April Adventure sales event at Kia Vacaville, where they're ushering a new season with unbeatable lease options for their 2024 lineup. As April blooms with possibilities, it's the perfect time to discover the thrill of driving a Kia, featuring the luxurious and versatile Kia Telluride. During April Adventures, Kia Vacaville is excited to unveil their top models with irresistible lease offers. Feel the exhilaration of the all-new Kia Sportage, blending captivating design with dynamic performance. Experience the impressive fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid wonder that stretches your adventures further. And don't miss out on the chance to boost your journeys with the luxurious comfort and practicality of the Kia Telluride. Available now at Kia Vacaville. Embrace the look of spring with their eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, tailored for those who seek efficiency without sacrificing style, with the EV9 in stock. Kia Vacaville is your premier destination for electric excitement. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. For more details, visit Kia Vacaville and embark on your April adventure today.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fitty and Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Brendan Nunez at 9 to talk Kings. But we are focused as well on the Athletics coming to Sacramento for 3 years with an option for 4, and who knows after that. Now, throughout this whole thing, one of the guys I've watched from afar, I've been a fan of his and his work for a while, partly because he knows what he's talking about. He's been through this.
Helps.
How about this life? All right, so amongst other things, president of the Marlins, wrote a play, was on Survivor. What I believe was Lorne Michaels in another play.
That's intriguing.
Right? Like, and now you see him on Dan Le Batard. I believe he's down in LA right now, hosting Rich Eisen's show today. I probably got most of that right. David Samson joins us. David, it's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning, and thank you. I know you're busy for joining us this morning. Oh, do we not have audio on? Let's see.
At my main show is Nothing Personal at 8 a.m. Eastern. So you got everything right. And I'm so happy when you reached out, because what you guys are going through, you're getting a major league team, but you want to know, do I feel good about it? Do I feel guilty about it? How should I feel? And I'd love to get you on the therapist couch and tell you that it's okay to feel good about having Major League Baseball in Sacramento.
Well, I think, and I know you know this, but just to frame the conversation, there's two things I'll just speak for me. I'm struggling hard with the Oakland situation, and if we're deleveraging Oakland in any way and helping break those fans' hearts and assisting John Fisher, which is worse. But secondly, and as you know this, David, we went through a relocation issue with the Sacramento Kings about 10, 12 years ago, and I feel a little bit hypocritical. I'm just being honest. I'm on your couch, so help me out there.
Everything you feel is exactly normal, and the problem is that as a fan, we bring you with us on the roller coaster. And I really hated doing that when I was getting a ballpark done in Miami, when I was threatening relocation, when I was using Vegas as a possible leverage point to move the team. But the reason I had to bring the fans on the roller coaster is it was the only way to get the politicians to understand the game that I was playing, which is I want money to get this ballpark done because everyone else got money who I'm competing with. So fans, unfortunately, are brought on this ride, and you represent the fans. So let's talk about your guilt first very quickly. I totally get that. However, the benefit that you're doing is you have put yourself in a position to be in a city that was willing to take a team that, in theory, there's about 15 or 18 major league teams that draw from areas. Sacramento, Oakland, pretty normal. You go to a Cardinals game, a Cubs game, a White Sox game, other than Florida, where you'd have to come from the water, there's people who drive to games all the time. So keeping them close by is good. Secondly, leverage. You're not hurting the chances of the team staying in Oakland long term. You're not guaranteeing the team stays in Sacramento long term. But most importantly, you're not opening the door for them to move to Vegas. This Sacramento deal has nothing to do with the Vegas deal. You are simply taking advantage of the opportunity that you have now.
Okay. All right.
Did that help a little bit or no? A little bit. I know we're all, and the thing is, we're processing all of this. There's a lot of emotions, David, from people that are genuinely excited to people that are completely frustrated. And I think that on the side of those that are frustrated are probably looking at it the way of the departure of the A's, the way the last couple of years have been of the A's, the way they are currently being operated, thinking that it's also going to be operated the same way here. I think a lot of people are frustrated with A's ownership. So how do we compartmentalize maybe being excited of seeing baseball here in the capital city, but also this version of the A's?
Here's what made me crazy yesterday, and I talked about it a little bit on Nothing Personal, but I'll go into more detail with you guys. When you do a press conference announcing this, you're talking about being in Sacramento for 3 years, maybe 4 years. What about the team? Why was there no mention of, listen, we're in the middle of a rebuild, but we expect to have a window over these 3 years where we hope to have a competitive team in the American League West? Or say, listen, we're at the beginning of our rebuild, but we are hoping that we have young players who you will love to watch because you're a community that's used to watching great young players in minor league baseball. Talk to me about the team other than saying that this is a audition for permanent team, which is what Vivek said, the owner of the Kings, in his press conference, or John Fisher just saying, hey, we're just so happy to be here. Sorry, Oakland. I wanted a little more meat on the bone, and they just didn't do it.
Now, I don't know how, I mean, I know obviously you're very familiar with John Fisher as an owner. I wonder if part of that, and that's another part of my reticence here, David, is, what he and Dave Cavill have how they have kind of treated these fans over the last few years. And the fact that this is, and I'm not joking here, I mean, this is arguably a major league team. It's more like a quad A team. They're losing money in the Comcast deal. Fisher, whether it's baseball or his MLS San Jose Earthquakes, doesn't seem to show that he's willing to spend any money. So why, as a fan, am I thinking, I said yesterday, I think this will be a 100-win team over 3 years. Why should I feel any differently about that?
I've never heard that one before. That's outstanding. 100-win team over 3 years. That's not very good. That's historically bad. That I'm going to use that. I may use that one.
You absolutely can.
So let me ask you this. When you're taking, I don't know if you have children or I don't know if you take your employees out. When you're taking your child to a game, you're making a memory. You're having an opportunity to see Major League Baseball. I don't think that it matters who the owner is and who the president is. And it's not a popularity contest. They've got to, whether they're doing it well or not, we could argue, but don't sacrifice the chance to make a memory with your family, because at the end of the day, no one will care who the owner was of the game you went to. They'll care about the experience that you had.
Talk with David Samson. One of the things I'm trying to understand, David, is kind of MLB's part of this. So no relocation fee, I think, draws a lot of people's attention.
Terrible.
Why would that happen? And so, again, clear this up if I'm wrong on this. Like, it feels like Major League Baseball wants them out of Oakland. I think they obviously want out of Oakland. So maybe as a general question, if this was your team, like, would any other owner take a deal to be in Oakland? Is this an Oakland problem, or is this a different problem?
It's a different problem. When I went to Miami from Montreal, no one wanted to be in Miami. As a matter of fact, the executive who just passed away, Larry Lucchino, had told baseball that Miami will never get a new ballpark. And so they said, all right, we'll send Laurie and Samson there and see if they can do it. It took us 9 years to do it. No, it's not an Oakland problem. And let's be clear, baseball would prefer the team to stay in Oakland. It really is actually an expansion problem. The owners are pressuring the commissioner to get to expansion as quickly as possible because of the influx of money that it will be for expansion fees, which will be split 30 ways. And they know you can't do expansion until Tampa and Oakland have their stadium situations dealt with, no matter where they are. And what the owners felt was that giving up the relocation fee to Vegas would be the fastest way to get the deal done in Vegas faster, to get a building built faster in order to get to expansion faster. But it totally got screwed up, because not only is there no expansion relocation fee, but then they eliminate Vegas as an expansion city if the team moves there. But now they get to add maybe Oakland and maybe Sacramento. So the interesting thing to me is, are Oakland and Sacramento going to compete for an expansion team if, in fact, the team that's currently the A's goes to Vegas? Because what the owner of the Kings was saying very clearly is, listen, this is an audition for us, and we want to prove to baseball that we can be a major league city. So that, when you're thinking about what makes you feel guilty, imagine competing with Oakland, where only one of you two could get a major league team.
And that sets up a fascinating showdown, possibly between Vivek Ranadive and his former majority owner with the Warriors, Joe Lacob, who's on record saying
it's beautiful.
It really is Shakespearean. Now, the quote, David, here is from Vivek yesterday. Quote, the longer term play is that I've been having conversations with MLB and Rob Manfred. They will introduce 2 new franchises, one in the West, one in the East. And I think we're really in pole position to get the one in the West. So this for us is a showcase. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think we know the answer, but your instinct, that seems to me like a quote Rob Manfred probably didn't want make public.
I would say that may be the greatest understatement that you'll have on your show today.
Okay.
The fact that he's the spokesperson confirming what, of course, is true.
Sure.
We've been talking about expansion. I've been out of the game since 2017 when Derek Jeter jettisoned me. I was on a committee that was talking about expansion. This is 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it, of course, will be a city in the East and the West. But for the owner of the Kings to be the mouthpiece through which it's said is so absurd that really what he did maybe is guaranteed that Sacramento won't get an expansion team. Yeah. Because one thing that owners do is they keep track of what potential owners are saying publicly. And the biggest word of advice that a potential owner is given by current owners is shut your yapper.
Yep.
Don't talk about anything publicly, because you won't get the 23 votes that you need to accomplish what you want.
It's like asking for an Augusta National membership.
Exactly.
You don't do it.
Exactly.
Right.
David, on that expansion thought, was Sacramento even mentioned? Because I don't know that we'd heard it here. Was that even a possibility on anybody's radar back when you were with the Marlins?
No, and that's what's so great about it, because the more cities that are possible, the higher the fee is going to be. You want cities bidding against each other. And that's why in my head, it would be fascinating for Oakland and Sacramento to actually be going against each other, which I don't think would be to the benefit of the people in Northern California, because basically when you're doing that, you're saying, okay, I'll give MLB, I'll give you $1 billion. I'll give you $1.1 billion. I'll build a stadium for $1.3 billion. And so you just keep bidding it up while the owners sit there and say, okay, good, keep going, keep going. And the reason we know this is go back to Washington when the Expos moved. Washington built Nationals Park. They paid for the entire thing, which enabled the owners of the Nationals to pay baseball for that franchise a very, very high number that is more than what the team was worth.
David, I know you're very, very busy. We got about 30 seconds because I want to get you out of here. He's got a bunch of other stuff going on today, obviously. Just real quick. Las Vegas, there is a ballot initiative trying to get this ballot initiative for the $325 million subsidy on the ballot. Does it serve Sacramento's interests if they want to block John Fisher from going somewhere and possibly induce a sale? Is there anything to getting behind the fundraising for that initiative? It's kind of dirty pool, but you and I both know if that gets on the ballot, it ain't passing.
Correct. Ballots don't pass. You saw it in Kansas City, and in 20 seconds or fewer, don't do that. If you're Sacramento, let it play out, because the deal in Vegas has so many other problems. The ballot initiative is like number 7 on the list. So I think you just sit it out and let the deal implode on its own. You don't want to be the cause of that.
Okay, you got to go. I'd love to talk to you again. We're big fan, great convo, and you know what the hell you're talking about. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm looking forward to the next time. Have a great day.
You too, David. That is David Samson, former president of the Miami Marlins. And he's not just, an analyst. He's been through it. He went through the Expos. He went through, and I got to be honest with you, I'm glad we're breaking right now.
There's a lot in there.
There was a lot in there, and that could have very easily been about a 20-minute longer conversation. Because my head's kind of spinning.
I have more questions.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness, and then we'll get back to that. We'll put that out also on social media as well. And thanks to him for joining us. We'll take a break. 3 for Madness, brought to you by Fireweights next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Yeah, we're sitting during this break. I'll make a commitment. I just texted David, thank you.
Yeah. We have to have him on more.
We need to have him on. I'm going to ask him, hey, dude, when's the next time you have like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And let's just really get into this whole thing. Because, again, it's not no offense to anyone else talking about this, but dude was there. Dude has been involved in this, whether it's with the Expos and the Marlins. He's gotten new stadiums. He's been a part of moving teams. He understands what the owners want and don't want. So to be able to get the kind of insider perspective.
He's been in different rooms.
And there's been some, and he put some twists on some of these questions that really, I'll be quite honest, kind of, I'm like the big, dumb, aggressive guys. Like, okay, they're here. I still want them to go back to Oakland, but now I really just want to screw John Fisher. So let's block the Vegas thing.
Don't do that.
And the way he said it was, it's chess, not checkers. It's like, no, dude. And I've watched his other work.
Yeah.
He is confident this Vegas deal isn't going to happen.
I mean, when he put because I thought that was kind of a priority one. He's like, no, that's like 7th on the list,
right,
of ways this is going to fall apart.
And I'm pretty sure if we had more time, one of the things he would have expanded on, and I, no pun intended, and I understood this from him from his tone, was like, don't do that. Let the other things make it fall apart. You don't want to piss off the other owners in baseball. Right. You don't want to hurt your chances if that happens. But again, the Maloofs got blocked everywhere, and eventually they had to sell the team. I think that's the strategy for John Fisher, and that's why I say the Oakland people. Like,
it may happen on its own.
Maybe let him fail to get money for the stadium.
Maybe let him fail, be blocked, and then all of a sudden say, fine, screw it, I'm selling. Why'd I say it like Ethel Merman? And then now, Salad Saturday. And then now, can you imagine Joe Lacob versus Vivek Ranadive in a bidding war? Which I don't think we're winning that one. I can tell you this much. I have also seen some things where it's like, well, what if they teamed up together? I don't think that's going to happen. I'm rather confident that will not happen. So stay tuned as drama and
egos and money. What could happen?
All right. 3 for madness. Question un.
The reason the Kings lost and the reason we should get used to this was a depth issue. True or false?
Yeah, I think it's true. I think there's stuff behind it. I think we can talk about Mike Brown's lack of adjustments, but also Mike Brown's inability to make some adjustments because of the lack of depth. I think we can talk about how the Kings wilted down the stretch after the Knicks kept hitting him in the body like a boxer. And I think some of that has to do with the lack of depth. It's funny. I was watching with my son just before the game started. YouTube clip happened to rise up. And the late, great native son, Diego Corrales, was fighting Jose Luis Castillo, one of the most famous rounds in the history of boxing. Corrales goes down right as the beginning of the round starts, somehow gets up, goes down again. I don't know how the ref didn't stop it at that point. Corrales' trainer, Joe Goosen, I think it was Joe or Dan, says, you better get it together, dude. Next thing you know, Castillo, who's never been down in his life, still didn't go down, but Jose Luis Castillo, Diego Corrales, just starts in on him, wins the fight. It's the most insane comeback I've ever seen. And then that probably was the prelude, Jason. I'm watching the game, and I go, if you look at this like a boxing match, the Kings knocked down the Knicks a couple times. They had to get a standing 8 count. But the Knicks, as he entered the championship rounds, had invested in body blows and body blows and body blows, and now they were starting to get to the head of the Kings. And it's like one of those fights where one guy might be ahead on the cards in the 7th or 8th round, but you're sitting back and you go, this is inevitable, dude. Unless this guy has a shot out of nowhere, he's losing. And that's how I felt right around the 3rd quarter with the Kings.
Yeah, I won't put it on depth, but I mean, I don't think that over time this won't be a thing. I mean, there were portions of the game yesterday where I went, boy, it would be nice to have Malik Monk. Sure, wouldn't it be nice to have Kevin Huerter, but they don't have him. I didn't think about that when they were playing the Clippers. That wasn't a factor then. I think if we look at a couple things, I think shot selection we talked about earlier was hideous in the second half. The defensive adjustments that weren't present, I didn't think. I mean, they kept with the first half philosophy, which put them ahead. Second half, though, they had to change because the rest of the guys for the Knicks got hot other than Brunson. And the other part is it's not as simple as this, but I don't know. Harrison Barnes, can you score 12 points a game? I know
Harrison Barnes, can you score 2?
If you score 12, you lost by 11. I know it doesn't work that way because maybe you're taking 12 from other people, but he did not play a great game at all. He did not have a game. I don't think that's a depth thing. Maybe by him not playing well, if he had one more player that played well, maybe it covers that. But there were several things. But again, I didn't see the depth as a Utah or a Clipper problem when they beat them.
No, you're right.
But
that's
disappointing. Third 20-point loss this year, 20-point lead loss. They're now even. They've had 3 20-point comebacks. So to say, it happens, but you want to be on the positive of that, like have more. But it's now 3 in the positive.
At least we got the 21-point lead, right?
Yeah, you're singing. You're sing-songy.
It's Friday. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Great Mike Brown last night.
D. I'll give it an F. We have this section of Kings fans, and of course we're all a family, but basically, unless somebody says Mike Brown is the biggest failure, worst coach in history, and is stealing money, like, you're not being tough enough on him. I don't think either extreme is correct. I don't think Mike Brown's had a particularly great year this year. I don't think he's had as good a year as he did last year. I think part of that is that he's trying to instill some things in this team that is a very natural thing to try to do, is you try to build a contender.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't think he has the roster to do that, and I think that's kind of played out. The defense has gotten better. Their depth has been an issue, but the biggest problem is that we can talk all day long, Jason. You just brought it up. All the blown leads.
Mm-hmm.
All the losses against the
Which
teams,
is 3.
All the losses against teams that you shouldn't
Which
lose
is too
to.
many.
We go through our players and their faults.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give credit to the other team. They get paid to play ball
Sure.
too. But what we don't talk about enough is some of that has to be a lack of adjustments. Some of that has to be on the coaching staff. It could be when you call a timeout, when you don't call a timeout, how late you wait to sub, how
Sure.
quick you are to
Challenges.
sub. Challenges. They almost didn't challenge the out of bounds play. It was the most obvious challenge of the year at the end of the whole thing. It's like you're in the fourth quarter challenge. So I do think that we're a little unfair in calling out the players all the time, which we should. But it's almost like Mike Brown's a sacred, whatever the sacred thing is. Sacred cow? Yeah, sacred cow.
Now you're calling me cow.
I love Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown is an excellent coach. He is the reigning coach of the year. I do not want Mike Brown fired. I don't think it should be even brought up that Mike Brown should be fired. Mike Brown has made the playoffs every year he's been a Sacramento Kings head coach, whether it's playing or playoffs this year, and nobody else has done that other than Adelman. So let's all calm down on that. But I think it's okay to say that Mike struggles too sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess my pushback on the one comment you made, though, was to say he's had a worse year this year. I mean, there's no denying the West is better.
Yes.
There's no denying they were awful defensively. And
Yes.
They're better. They're better defensively in a better year. But all that being said, I didn't think he had a great game last night either. I mean, I think there were mistakes, some adjustments, rotations. Again, he didn't play Barnes a lot, but he brought him in like he started the second half, then randomly brought him in for 2 minutes. Like, let me see what he's got. Oh, he has nothing. So he took him back. I was like, I don't know. Some of the buttons I didn't think were the right ones to push.
But I'll stand right in front. I'll kind of counter what I just said. But here's the thing. He brings Harrison Barnes back in. Harrison Barnes gets hot. Kings turn around. They win.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike, talk about bringing Harrison Barnes back. He had a terrible start. Well, he's one of our vets, and you got to give the guy a chance. And now all of a sudden we're sitting here today going, great move by Mike
I didn't
Brown.
see that one, but he did. Yeah, true. That's the way it works.
Number 3, please.
Question 3.
The Kings are now the 8th seed. Will that be the same going into the postseason?
We went through this a little bit earlier. I am like on the head of a pin here on this. I fluctuate between, we went through their records. My gut tells me the Kings will be the 9 seed and face the Warriors as the 10 seed. And bleh. But the Lakers have to do either 3-2 or 4-1 the rest of the year or whatever it was to catch the Kings.
This is such a roller coaster. The day they lost the second game to Dallas, about an hour after hitting news that Malik was was bad, MCL sprain, you're like, are they going to make the top 10?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where my mind went.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Then they beat Utah. Well, okay, you had to beat Utah. Oh, my gosh, they beat the Clippers. Wait, they're back. Look what oh, my gosh, they could be 5th. So I feel like this answer is going to change every day.
Sure.
My thought tonight is that they will lose. That's not a shocking opinion.
Right.
So then by the end of the night, to your point, they will be in a tie for 8th with the Lakers by definition. They have the tiebreaker. So it might get worse before it gets better. I'm hoping it gets better, but the likelihood I saw a graph, like I think their percentage chance is to be a play-in team. So that's 7 through 10. They're likely going. That's the odds.
Right.
It's just which one. 7 and 8 is much better than 9, 10.
But to your point, they beat Utah.
Mm-hmm.
The really impressive win over the Clippers.
Yeah.
Let's say you and I had to answer this question right after the first quarter yesterday.
Oh, I was feeling great.
I think they might catch Dallas.
Yeah, like the scenario I had. Dallas was losing. The Kings were ahead. There's going to be a 4-way tie for 5th, and
Right.
the Kings are in the tie.
Arguably their best defensive start to any game this year, that first quarter.
And the Clippers were playing Denver that night. I go, wait, the Clippers, can they get to 4th? And now it's like, oh, I think it'd be 10th.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's clean up some of the A stuff, including audio from yesterday's presser. John Fisher just can't get out of his own way. We've got that. Dave Cavill with a shocking quote about the Giants. A lot of us have said, well, how are the Giants signing on? What? Cavill answers that, and it blew my mind. But then what was left of my mind got blown even crazier out of my ear holes when the Veteranadive talked about expansion, which we mentioned with David Samson.
He had quite the answer to that, too.
Woof, woof. We got all the audio for you next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's finally Friday, and we're waking up to a wet start out there and a cooler morning as well. As we go through the afternoon, we'll see chances for showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm as well. Temperatures will top out today in the mid-50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Imagine taking a nice warm bath in your shower. Let's fix that. Right now, get that clogged drain unclogged for just $67. Plumbing, sewer, electric, heating, and air. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see like what new technology's in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. Like, I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly. There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Hey, it's Boost Mobile here with a great deal to keep you connected and help you make the most of your tax refund. When you switch to Boost, you get 4 lines for $100, plus 4 free 5G smartphones like the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G or the Moto G Stylus 5G. We're here to bring you the best phones on America's largest 5G network, so you can get after it. Switching is easy. Just head to your local Boost Mobile store for 4 lines and 4 phones for $100. New customers only. Requires ID verification. Select markets only. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Hey, I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness from my pits to my...
Ooh, I love that it's a spray.
Me too. And it comes in sticks and creams too. Go get your Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
This segment is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville. Check them out at KiaVacaville.com.
only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. Brendan joining us at 9. Friday Fun and Games. Coming up late in the 9 o'clock. Also, next up, we will have the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Not now, but,
we will.
Well, sorry, I had a little,
little
hiccup going on there. Okay.
Gross.
Gross. By the way, RIP 99 cent store. They're closing. It was there for me in times of need.
Like what?
You could always go there.
Was everything 99 cents?
Not
Or was it a
always.
scam?
Yeah, like they'd have some like the premium section.
This seems like a cash grab.
But I'll tell you, dude, you can always get those big Gatorades for 99 cents. Some other stuff as well. All right. Well, the Oakland A's aren't going to cost 99 cents. That's for sure. They're worth quite a bit more. And there was a press conference yesterday out at Sutter Health Park, and a lot of people up talking. Well, by a lot of people, I mean John Fisher and Vivek Ranadive amongst. I think Barry Broom got up there. The GSAC head. Greater Sacramento Economic Council. By the way, that sounds weird. GSAC head. Also, you know what's also disappointing about the Athletics just being the A's? What is it going to say in the score bug? It's just going to say A's, right? Like A's versus Washington. A's, it will say like.
I think normally doesn't it say like A's, Yankees, or Royals?
I thought it says the city abbreviations. Like
it says
the Cubs
and NYY or whatever. It is.
Like the Cubs facing the Rangers would be like CHI and TEX.
Okay.
So if the Rangers were hosting the Cubs, it would have Chi on the top and then Tex on the bottom.
So it might say Tex and A's.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll say that. And what's disappointing is that one of the first things I thought of when this got announced was how awesome it would be when the Orioles visited.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
Right.
Y'all can
A's and O's.
Figure that out yourself. Yeah, exactly. Here is Dave Cavill. Well, let's start with John Fisher. Here's John.
He wouldn't talk very long.
No, and did not take questions afterwards. We're
That
going to have
was
Casey
not
Pratt on next week. And he said John Fisher skedaddled afterwards. There was no press availability for him. Also, Casey brought this up, and I didn't think about it yesterday, just to give you an idea as to the slime we're now associated with. Notice how, remember yesterday morning around this, well, it was earlier because they announced it, I think. I said, I'm hearing that there will be an announcement as soon as today or tomorrow, but probably tomorrow because it's going to take a while to get people together. Casey said this, and I think he's right. They announced, what time did the announcement come out? 8 a.m., 9 a.m.?
It was fast, and then press conference at 10.
So I think it was a 2-hour window, right? Not a lot of time for Bay Area press to get up here.
Correct.
Not a lot of time at all. Casey seems to think that was deliberate. I have a hard time disagreeing with him.
I can't.
Could have made it 11. Could have made it noon. Could have made it today.
Correct.
John Fisher got up, grabbed the microphone, and was talking about how great it is to be here.
We're excited to be here for the next 3 years, playing in this beautiful ballpark, but also being able to watch some of the greatest players in baseball, whether they be athletics players or Aaron Judge and others, launch home runs out of this very intimate, the most intimate ballpark in all of Major League Baseball for the next 3 years.
It's funny because one of the reasons why I enjoyed, I wanted to build Golden One Center is I was really looking forward to watching Giannis Antetokounmpo dunk all over us.
Very much what David Samson just said. If anything, he did at least say the Athletics, but I didn't even remember that the first time. All I heard was Aaron Judge.
Know the name of
That's exactly.
it.
There is a photo.
Name an A's player
from an old
John.
Press availability he had, and they get a photo of a notepad he was carrying. And on the notepad is written 3 A's players, which popular sentiment is that he had to make sure he could. Hey, that would have been my first question, John. You mentioned it'd be great to see A's players, and then like a guy like Aaron Judge hitting home runs. Could you name 3 A's players for us right now?
Not
please?
From the past.
Not from the past, like current on the roster A's players.
Right. And that's what David said perfectly. It's like, even if it was like, hey, we got a young team that we hope will develop, we'll find a star of the future, and you'll get to see Aaron Judge or whoever pick you. That's fine. But it was really, a lot of it's been more about who else is coming.
When you guys are playing the game of like who had the highest batting average on each team, how would John Fisher do?
He wouldn't. You know what? He'd probably get the Giants one, right?
Do you know who John Fisher reminds me of? He's the kid in the neighborhood that nobody likes and is annoying and like just a drag to be around, but he's got Sega Genesis. So you have to go to his house and act like his friend because he's got the Sega Genesis.
And he's the only one. Wait, what? Wasn't there what was the movie with Doogie Howser that came out a couple years ago where like the one kid had the Nintendo? And he was a total D-bag. I thought it is. I'm right about it. Someone's going to know. It was a movie that came out within the last 5 years. And Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris was when he was a kid. Yeah, he's a dad, but he was like reflecting on when he was a kid. And you couldn't get a Nintendo anywhere. And his whole thing was he was trying to get a Nintendo, and the original Nintendo. And what?
8-bit Christmas?
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
Did you look that up, Chris?
Yes.
8-bit Christmas.
What is that?
I've never even heard of it.
It's a movie that came out like 5 years ago.
On Lifetime?
Oh, it's on Netflix.
2021.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 3 years ago. And yeah.
You saw it.
I totally saw it because.
Oh, yeah. You're a big Steve Zahn fan. That's
huge Steve Zahn fan. Like So he was a dad, and I think his daughter it was something. And then it's like, let's go back in time, and it takes you back to when Nintendo came out. And the point is the kid that had the Nintendo, the one in town, and he also had like the Power Glove and the little duck hunt gun. But
he had it all.
He was like, okay, here's how it's like. Everyone would gather outside this kid's house, and he'd pick like 4 kids a day who had the best bribes to come in and play with him. And then he was a total tyrant inside. He'd boot people and all. Anyways, yes. Although I also think John Fisher looks like where I thought you were going is John Fisher reminds me of like one of the FBI captains in one of the CSIs my wife watches. Like just the way the look is and all that. Nothing bad. He looks like one of those actors. Anyways, we're losing the script here. Dave Cavill, who looked very intense in answering his questions. Okay, say what you want about the deal and all that. I'm never going to get personal, and I'm not trying to get personal here, as people will think I'm getting personal. But was there a little bit of Adam Gase and Dave Cavill's press availability yesterday? Like legit, if you watch the clips, like I'm just saying he looked intense, right? One of the questions was about the Giants. And why would they go for this? Why would they sign off? Are they going to stand in front? He was asked about that.
I've been
Nope, that's Vivek. Don't interrupt, Vivek. Here's Dave Cavill.
The Giants, as our partner in Major League Baseball, have been involved in ensuring that we have a good interim home for the A's. And Larry Baer and his team and Greg Johnson have been great to work with on that. And obviously, we're going to be sharing the facility. They'll have their AAA team here. We'll have the Major League team here.
Did the Giants have to sign off on this?
Giants culpable the whole time. Hey, no problem. Whatever you need. Which, by the way, is kind of what we said, that the motivation for the Giants to assist in this situation is to get the A's out long term. And if this helps them get them out long term, then that helps them get out long term.
Yeah. And I know we had to run with David Samson. That's what I was going to ask when he was talking about potentially if expansion was really talked about with Sacramento and even maybe a return to Oakland. About that fight, we kind of got caught up in the Vivek versus Joe Lacob potential there. The Giants, and I don't know if they have overall power of how many, but they if baseball gets out of the Bay Area, besides the Giants, and then eventually to Vegas, Giants are not going to want anything back if they can avoid it. Now they may not have the full power to do that, but they'll do their part, right?
Well, what about expansion though, Jason? Vivek Ranadive was asked about that. I was stunned when I heard this quote.
I've been in touch with the commissioner, and I've gotten to know him, Rob Manfred, and they will be creating a new team. They want it to be on the West Coast. They'd love for it to be in California. And I think this is a great showcase for us. We can prove that there's a market here. We can make the team successful. I think we're in pole position to get the new franchise.
Specifically, it's nice, but is there any assurances at all, or is this just something he said he would be willing to entertain? I mean, is there any type of guarantees for this? Because in negotiating this, you're driving down the price in another market. You're taking a team here, so what is in it for you to do this?
Yeah, no, there's no guarantee. We have to show what we can do, and I have complete confidence that if we set our mind to something, this is an incredible city. We have the best fans in the world, and at the end of the day, the best fans in the world will make it happen.
Now, the audio, there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
I'll paraphrase from the Athletics paraphrasing here of the quote. The longer term play is that I have been having conversations with baseball and Rob Manfred, or as Vivek said, Rob. They will introduce 2 new franchises, one in the West, one in the East. By the way, that's breaking news. And I think we're really in pole position to get the one in the West. And so this is, for us, a showcase. That is a stunning admission.
He said the quiet stuff out loud.
Yeah. And look, I got to be fair. Maybe that's not stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe he did have permission to say that. Maybe Rob said, I don't care if you say that. There's always a possibility there. But then having David Samson on, he said that's the biggest understatement you're going to make on your show today is that Rob Manfred probably didn't want that to be public.
Yeah. But maybe he's putting the pressure on Sacramento itself, the city, the whole thing to respond and make something. I don't know. There could be a rhyme or reason or a slip up. One of the two.
We're gonna have Casey Pratt on next week, and as we go to break, just a couple other notes here. When you're talking about did Sacramento deleverage Oakland in any way, shape, or form? Did you see the figure that the A's are going to be paying to rent the stadium for 3 years? Did you guys see those figures came out late last night? How about this? The Oakland A's are paying nothing, not a dime. Not a dime. What was that, Chris? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I can't say it.
You can't. Not a dime. To be fair, I'm sure they will participate in improvements, and there will be money spent by the A's to improve the clubhouse and this and that, whatever. Oakland didn't have a chance. They didn't have a chance. You can be fine about this deal. You can, like Jason, everything you've said, I still don't disagree with what you're saying. I get it. I just think let's just look at it like it is. Vivek is caping for Sacramento. Nothing wrong with that. Wants the team here long term. Looked at Oakland as a competitor. Undercut him. Won the bid. Do you disagree with that?
No, not entirely. I mean, the semantics of that, no.
Sure.
But I mean, again, flip the script to you.
Yeah.
To you.
Yes.
Oakland offers you a lease for what, 91 million?
Yeah.
Or
91 million, I think, over 3 years versus zero. Oh, I'm taking the zero. Oh, I'm taking the zero. I get why John Fisher did it. But I can't act like, again, let's just be open about what we're doing here. They may have already been leaving Oakland. I get that. They probably were, almost certainly were leaving Oakland.
Along with 2 other teams that have left Oakland.
But you know that old meme of the kid, like almost like with his head just above the water,
right?
Like he's running out of steam. Let's just make no mistake about it. Oakland's the kid, and Vivek put his hand on top of the kid, just shoved him down. Let's just be honest about what that was, good or bad. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Kings lose to the Knicks. I don't know. I wrote post-game here. Do we have post-game sound from anyone? I don't know. It's in New York. Whatever. If not, we'll do some imitations. And the Kings visit Boston tonight. Let's look.
The Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube drive of the game, Jason. That's why you're a pro and I am not. 1-800-920-1140. The Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Yes, there was one. Let us know what it was, and you can get a $100 gift certificate. We're right back on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus, view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort. See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one in your neck of the woods. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
I'm Ken Korak with our first Green and Gold report for 2024, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the network made for streaming. Well, for the A's to turn around their fortunes this year, they'll have to play better defense than they've shown early in the season. Now, bright spots on the mound. Paul Blackburn went 7 in the last game of the Cleveland series, 3 hits and no runs. And then Kyle Muller in the first game against the Red Sox comes out of the bullpen, 5 1/3, 1 hit, and 6 strikeouts.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Apparently there's a minor. I don't know what constitutes minor, but Paul just wrote in the chat, and it sounds like it's online too, like a 4.8 earthquake in New York, but it sounds centered in Lebanon, New Jersey, and felt in New York City. It sounds like everyone's fine. People are posting the memes of like the plastic chair in the backyard knocked down saying we will rebuild. You know, one of those. Somebody said we had an earthquake here in Sac yesterday. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I saw that all the way. Oh, now we have an earthquake in Sacramento.
Have you felt an earthquake?
Never. Not once.
I've had one.
Mm-mm.
And that was when we were here.
I'm still over. And I say this every time that comes up, which doesn't come up a lot, but I will never forget. We had a little hanging, I don't know, it's not a chandelier. You know, one of those hangy lights over a dinner table? When I was a kid, I was on this big red pillow watching the game, the Giants and A's World Series. And all of a sudden, my mom goes, "Oh my gosh." And I look over and I see the little light swaying back and forth. And then we go outside. We had a little pool in the backyard, water, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I was laying on a pillow on the ground and I didn't feel it. I'm cool with that streak continuing, by the way.
Yeah.
I would be fine with going throughout my entire, I don't ever want to come in here and be like, well, the streak's over. Felt the earthquake, which is what the defense of the Knicks felt like last night. But good news is there was a Jiffy Lube drive of the game, and we have our dear friend Brandon on, who hopefully will tell us. Brandon, what was the Jiffy Lube drive of the game?
The drive of the game was the Fox assist to Domas for the reverse dunk.
Fox assist to Domas for the reverse dunk, or as Gary Joe would say sometimes, the hammer. Well, let's see if he was right about that.
Kings don't look like they're in any hurry to go 2 for 1. Fox using some clock, stride and a half across the midcourt line. Now drives it to the right, gets in the paint, wraparound pass, Sabonis, and he hammers it on the reverse. Oh, what a nice drift and handoff that time by De'Aaron Fox. We're going to make that your Jiffy Lube drive of the game. He set up Sabonis perfectly as the defense came out to challenge Fox in the paint. It left Domas wide open for the quick throwdown.
Hey, it is Brandon. Jiffy Lube drive of the game, correct? Congratulations. You got yourself a $100 gift certificate to Jiffy Lube to do anything you need to do to that vehicle that our good friends at Jiffy Lube offer. All you got to do, really, I mean, you've already got it, but just for funsies, Brandon, what radio station makes all your Jiffy Lube dreams come true?
Sactown Sports 1140.
Yeah, Brandon. Bro, what a pro.
What a P to the R-O, dude.
Man, he was listening.
He
Good
was.
for you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate you listening, whether you're listening to the game or if you're listening to.
And by the way, there won't be one tonight because there's another game Sunday. So, but listen tonight and Sunday. But Sunday is where you want to listen to the Jiffy Lube.
But that does mean there's going to be 2-3 in the Keys. Or will there be?
Yes.
And Freddie. Fun and games.
Yeah, and the streak.
Yeah, and streaking. See if I can get a 4.
So many activities.
Yeah, so many activities. Now that we have the bump
and celebrity
beds.
birthdays.
And celebrity birthdays. My gosh. A lot of people saying, yeah, we did have an earthquake. So we had an earthquake on the day we announced that the A's are coming here. I mean, that's not, that's a super coincidence. I mean, it's a coincidence, but like Kings haven't won since the announcement. We're having earthquakes coast to coast.
Rain.
If you think about that, there's an earthquake in Sacramento yesterday. Then the Kings lost to the New York Knicks, to which there is an earthquake today. Ooh, is that guy trying to? Is he trying to say something to us? Did we upset
that guy?
The big guy.
Oh wow!
Is he saying shame on y'all?
Shame.
Also, update. We have yesterday. We went around the horn, and we asked Will Katie, who used to live in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
and who watched the last TNT game in Phoenix. She watched that at Marley's Sports Bar with friends. Will Katie watch the game at Madison Square Garden, or will she watch it somewhere else with friends?
What's the update?
I have an update for you. First, you and I believe, both said she would watch it at the game.
Yeah, based on time constraints.
Based on time constraints. Yeah. And that's what I said. In the end, when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, yeah, they're flying out. She's going to be too nervous.
Chris at the bar.
Chris at the bar. Well,
do we have a correct answer?
Spotlight on Chris Verlaud,
nice.
Who got on the island all by himself. And you could call it Loser Island because that's where he lives.
Oh.
She was at the game, sent me a picture from.
But drank heavily.
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening? I was just getting the guys.
Oh, sorry.
Information.
You lost. Katie was at the game last night. Sent me a pic from her press row view or whatever. Yeah, she's way up there.
Yeah.
I think she's on the roof. But that was
the ceiling.
The ceiling. The roof is the ceiling. So congratulations to Katie.
She have binoculars?
Seriously. Before we go to break, The Kings do play the Celtics tonight. We don't have time to get into that. We'll get into it later. But we do have time to do our friendly neighborhood game of,
oh, gosh,
who is favored and by how much. The Kings are playing the best team in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, who are 60-16, 33-3 at home. The Kings are 44-32, 21-17 away. It is the second night, however, of a back-to-back. So who is favored? And I have a feeling we're going to all get that right.
Boston.
Jason, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Spoiler alert,
Yes.
you are correct.
So
Now,
this.
by how much are they favored by?
All right. The first number that came to my head, I'm just going to do first instincts, 11.5.
11.5.
9.5.
9.5. Wow. Chris, you've got a house on Loser Island. We just established that from the Katie bet. Go ahead and build yourself an expansion on the Loser Island house to increase the value for when you sell it to Jason and move to Winter Island. Boston favored by 9.5. Well done, Christopher Lawn. I know, Jason. You know what? You'll be back. You'll be back. Also, before we go to break, give me that breaking news. I know we're late, but give me the breaking news, please, real quick.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
Bronny James is declaring for the 2024 NBA draft. Many people thought the whole transfer portal thing was happening. Well, he's also entering the transfer portal to maintain flexibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be careful there.
But he will work out for and visit NBA teams and make a draft decision based on a evaluation. I ain't buying it, dude. I can't wait for that shoe to drop after this season. And if LeBron James publicly, I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by that. We'll take a break. The A's are on their way to Sacramento. We'll update you on all the things coming up right after this.
The best team in the NBA all season long has been the Boston Celtics. Today, the Kings will see how they measure up against the league's best.
It's stolen by the Kings. Sabonis gives to Keegan Murray with a hammer. Coming off the dribble. He just accelerated. He exploded. He lifted off and he rocketed home. That jam.
Check out the Kings and Celtics today at 4:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports, and the Sactown Sports app.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit jiffylube.com for more details and valuable coupons today.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see like what new technology's in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. Like, I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly. There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
According to the Score online, which is a sports, social media, whatever, pretty reliable though, over 500,000 followers. Said the Oakland franchise, and they're getting this. Let me get the hat tip to whoever Josh Gerben is. I have no idea. They said that the A's have filed trademarks for Sacramento A's and Sacramento Athletics. Now, it was reported yesterday that they'll be known as the A's with no city name on it. And I don't know why they would I don't know why they're filing the trademarks, but I can tell you one possible reason that would make sense with the other thing said yesterday is either A, if they're going to do doesn't mean they won't do some gear that says that. Mm-hmm. Also, it would prevent other people from doing gear like that as well. And just so that a lot of people are going to see that and freak out about it. But that may be a nothing burger. That may just be, protecting your legal flanks, if you will.
Yeah.
Also, Jason, as we get into kind of this TikTok on the A's and just catching everybody up, some more things have come out since yesterday, some more color. Social media is a cesspool, whether it's, Twitter is the cessiest, or one of them, followed by, and then, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, whatever. And I saw a lot of yesterday, and I understand this because we as a city, I'm in the world with you guys. There's nobody more sensitive and more aggressive when it comes to defending the city than me, to a point where I'm like an 8-year-old sometimes. I find myself having an hour-long argument with some probably 15-year-old in Minnesota on Twitter about, whether or not Malik Monk deserves 6-man. Or, no, what was it last week? It was which fans have been through it more, Timberwolves fans or Kings fans? That was the argument. Okay. I argued with this guy for 4 hours. I'm like, what are you doing, idiot? So anyways, this isn't a holier than thou thing. I get it. I saw a lot yesterday of people and I'm talking about Sacramento folks, justifying why the A's are coming here, but justifying it in a sense of having interactions with A's fans and having it be a lot of well, you guys didn't support the team. Attendance was terrible.
Yeah, I think that's unfair.
I would just say this, even if some of the things that A's fans, particularly Bay Area A's fans, I would just say to everybody, if you can, even if some of the stuff they're saying is insulting and untrue to the city, first off, it's not like there's a Twitter poll on what Sacramento is and that's what's going to get us. It's meaningless. But more importantly, these are really heartbroken, sad, angry people. And if anybody can understand those emotions, it's Sacramentans, and how we would have felt, how we did feel the day Seattle was announced, and how we would have felt if there was the press conference yesterday announcing that they would play at a key arena in Seattle starting next year, while the new arena downtown was built by Chris Hansen. We would be, I'm sure, for at least 2 days, but probably more like a very long time, we would be heartbroken, angry, lashing out at people in Seattle. And we certainly wouldn't appreciate. Imagine somebody coming in and be like, because I saw this yesterday, Jason, guys, this team first talked about moving in 1997 with Jim Thomas. You've had 15 years to prepare yourselves for this. You had 2 chances to pass an arena bill, and you voted it down by 80%. And I'm going to go a step further here, Jason. I'm going to be a little unfair here, but again, put yourself back in the Seattle days. What if they just said, hey, we're sitting here now in 2013. Your attendance in 2013 was the bottom of the league behind the Pelicans, dead last. In 2012, 27th of 30 teams. In 2011, 29th out of 30 teams. In 2010, 29th out of 30 teams. You've either been dead last or bottom 2 or 3 for the last 4 years. You had 13 years to figure this out. The Moves can sell their team. They sold it to Seattle. It's a bigger market. You guys don't even have an ownership group trying to buy the team. They've got the Hansen group and the Nordstrom and Ballmer. Like, come on, man. Like, everything I just said is 100% a fact. Nobody in Sacramento would have. We're not hearing that. We would sit there and talk about how attendance was low because the Maloofs were screwing us over. Right. Attendance was low because the team sucked and the arena sucked, and we would put in all the valid reasons why attendance was low. And oh, by the way, then the next year when Gold One Center was built, what do you know? Attendance is fantastic. A's fans don't want to hear that right now. They don't want to hear you justifying and explaining to them, hey, guys, here's why it's happening. It'll be okay. Here's why, and you should be happy, or at least don't insult us. Yeah. Let them insult us. Let them. You've got the team.
It's too fresh. The wound's too
Way
fresh.
too fresh.
Yeah.
Have some compassion.
Yeah, it's a little bit like I said yesterday in the like the venom, the pain, all of that isn't the same today for Oakland Raider fans. Not today as it was. It was really painful. That was the fresh wound. They were leaving. They ultimately left. Now they've spent a couple teams in Vegas. There's still people mad about it, but you don't have the same. You just can't carry the same kind of emotional pain. There's people. No. I'm sure this has happened to Kings fans, for example, like a tough loss. Oh well, it's just a game. Like someone might tell you, just a game. They'll get them tomorrow. It's like, no, I'm not ready to be done with this game. I'm really upset by this game. Let me get to where I need to be, and then in a week, I don't feel as bad about it today.
Right.
But let me feel the way I want to feel.
Let me feel the way I want to feel right now. It's fresh.
Right.
Hey, your grandpa was really old.
Right.
He
lived a full life.
It was time for him to die. Also,
that is one of the major reasons I don't like Seattle too. Is because they are so condescending.
Dude, remember the whole, and I love the Sonics Gate guys. They're friends. I love those guys personally. But remember the whole, what was it out in Grantland? The whole, hey, we lost our team to Sacramento. Here's how you get yours back.
Do what we did, and you'll be able to get a team
Here's
someday.
The blueprint. It's like right here, guys.
You know what, Seattle?
Yeah.
Take a look at what Sacramento did, and that's how you keep a team.
Is scoreboard, you bastards. Yeah, exactly. Nobody wanted to hear that, even though I'm sure when they wrote that, the whole thing, we didn't want it to be like this. We didn't want to take your team. We want you. We're going to help you. We'll be here as a resource. They were literally saying, we will be here as a resource for you guys. We will provide the playbook. We will help you guys in every way we can. And I believed them. I believed that they would have. But guess what? Dude, come on. Oh, hey, my wife just dumped me for the guy across the street. Here's my best friend coming over and being like, bro, I get it. You know, I make the rounds, dude. I'm going to help you.
I'm going to get you as classy a woman as I
do. Exactly right. I'm going to show you all the ropes. Get the hell out of here with that. So, yeah, just, but it's even worse for Oakland because imagine us losing the Kings, but like, in the 5 years before that, the state capital moved to San Francisco, And then 3 years before that, Bakersfield actually copyrighted the City of Trees. And Eureka is now the Farm to Fork House. I'm trying to think of the other things Sacramento has. And we lost them all.
I was going to say we lost Old Sacramento, but
there you go.
Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Old Sac? Yeah, it's not easy. JR.
Hey, I like the wife analogy. That is dead on.
It's what it is. I've been using
it because he's more handsome and he's richer than you.
I will drive the analogy into the ground, dude. It's fine to be okay with the A's coming. I understand it, but just realize what it is. JR, are you married?
I am. There's a lady that lives in my house for the last 35 years. Okay. Yes.
All right. So and again, JR, you and I are boys. We're friends. Yes. We go back, whatever. Yeah. And my wife decides that she's leaving me for a dude that's in the military and he's stationed in Germany and he's not coming home for 3 years. And I'm depressed. And you come over and you're like, hey, you know what? I get it. But I'm going to let her shack up with me for those 3 years because you know what? Someone's going to get it from her. Might as well be me.
I'm going to teach her German when she prepares to go to Europe. That's what I'm going to do. But don't worry. I'm going to make sure you're aware of my training.
Right. And I'm going to help you find a new wife.
Yes. There's a lot of them down in West Sac.
Feel your pain.
Hey, all this happens. The Giants fan, man, they were inches away from going to St. Pete's, Florida. They were going to go to St. Pete's, Florida. And Giants fans, we had to dig in, and we were like, and then we get, don't worry, you'll be fine. People move around. Remember when you moved from San Francisco to Santa Clara? I'm like, that's not the same. Stop with the Niners. And, hey, I do love the fact that Seattle tried to take our team because I hate Seattle. Might as well be Southern Canada, okay? Just go Kurt Cobain up there on me, okay? Bye-bye.
It's funny he brings that up.
Southern Canada.
Because the only reason the Giants have the right to block the A's in San Jose from building a ballpark that would have been built years ago is because in 1990, when Mr. Lurie was getting ready to move the team to St. Petersburg, A's owner Walter Haas agreed to give the rights to San Jose to the Giants for a cost. And I mean, back then, this was a lot of money. Still a lot of money today, Jason. Walter Haas sold the rights to San Jose to the Giants. Wait, never mind. He gave it away for free. Walter Haas, the owner of the A's, ceded the rights to San Jose to the Giants to help them stay in San Francisco and not relocate to Florida. Santa Clara County, including San Jose at the time, was considered neutral territory. Years later, the A's had a deal to move adjacent to the SAP Center HP Pavilion. The Giants, now owners of those territorial rights, squashed the deal, leading to this. Oh, by the way, one of the minority owners that bought in with the new group led by Peter McGowan to keep the Giants in San Francisco was a guy named John Fisher, who became a minority owner of the San Francisco Giants, selling it to become part of the ownership group in Oakland, led by Lou Wolf, who beat out others. Probably had nothing to do with the fact that he was a fraternity brother of Bud Selig, then the commissioner of Major League Baseball, but he was a fraternity brother of Bud Selig, then the commissioner of Major League Baseball. I just want people to understand how disgusting this whole thing is. It really does make the Kings relocation saga almost look like a Disney movie. And, we're here. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Kings are swept by the Knicks. We'll talk about that next.
The best team in the NBA all season long has been the Boston Celtics. Today, the Kings will see how they measure up against the league's best.
It's stolen by the Kings. Sabonis gives to Keegan Murray with a hammer. Coming off the dribble. He just accelerated. He exploded. He lifted off and he rocketed home. That jam.
Check out the Kings and Celtics today at 4:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports, and the Sactown Sports app.
I love this time of year when the azaleas begin to bloom and the singing birds' sweet dawn chorus remind us that blue skies and sunshine are at hand. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. In sports, the definition for the word master is one who's achieved a high degree of skill, and that will be on display in the highly anticipated golf tournament. In the furniture business, a master is a highly skilled craftsman, an artist even, whose work is coveted by those who appreciate design, quality, and durability. John Keyes was the mastermind of Naturewood Home Furnishings. He knew that you wanted your home to reflect your personal style, whether that was a plain coffee table or a masterpiece for you to enjoy forever. That's why when you walk into Naturewood Home Furnishings, you'll find the largest and best selection of the highest quality home furnishings in Northern California. Masterful. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
It's Kings post game here in a second. Brendan Nunez joining us at 9, Kings Insider. Hey, it's always good, by the way. You know, everybody in media loves to get mentions, right? Yeah, big mentions. It's always good for the ego. Shout out to the 209's Dallas Braden, who's on a big baseball podcast. I think Jared Carabas. I don't know who the other guy is. I probably should, but then again, he doesn't know who I am either. But here's the open, and shout out to Dallas for trying his best. He did his best to defend my honor.
Do you know who Dave Carmichael is?
Carmichael Dave.
Is that
as he's?
Is that
well? You're calling him Dave Carmichael. That is his name. In Sacramento, in Northern California, he is known as Carmichael Dave.
Correct.
That's his Twitter. I was confused, like why it was Carmichael Dave, but his name is Dave Carmichael.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what did he get wrong?
Well, it was Dave Carmichael.
It's not.
No. That's the name I went by when I was at Quad 106, though. They wouldn't let me do Carmichael Dave over there. I had to be Dave Carmichael coming up next. Papa
So
Roach.
he was right.
Maybe Dallas.
I remember him back at Quad.
He's a long-time fan.
He used to listen to me right after Nick Monroe evenings, maybe back when he was in Stockton. He's coming up here. He's like, I like that Dave Carmichael guy and his countdown. Limp Biscuit.
He's Braden Dallas.
So I'm going to get him on the show. Be like, hey, Braden Dallas. But he did his best.
Yeah.
It's been a weird week, man, for me. I got to be honest with you. The whole thing started with the Bill Simmons thing. When our guy Jason Hare went on, and had a conversation about he and I and our friendship and the whole Sacramento fan stuff. Which, by the way, we'll have Jason on here early next week. Then this A's thing, which just for all of us has been whatever. Mm-hmm. Then the Dallas Braden thing. I'm looking forward to just turning everything off this weekend.
Your phone, putting it in the pouch, watching Nate Bargatze.
I'm not doing the pouch thing.
I don't know if he'll make you do that.
I hope not. Well, I'm not going to record it.
That doesn't work that way.
I'm going to sit by myself, and if it's and I'm going to multitask, and I'm going to play Royal Match because I'm in the middle of something right now, and I need to hit the targets more so that I can get the stuffed dog.
Mm. Yeah,
Dave Carmichael says so. Mike Brown says you got to draw fouls better if you're going to win ball games.
I got to figure something out. I got to do a better job helping my team out with drawing fouls or gamesmanship, because I thought we did a nice job of getting into the paint a couple of times, and we got guys lifted. But when you get a guy lifted in the air like Jalen does, you just got to jump into his body and see if you can get to the free throw line, because our last two losses against Dallas, They shot 33 free throws to our 12. Luka had 14 free throw attempts. And similar to the night, New York had 29 free throw attempts to our 12, and Jalen had 10 of them. So, we have to do a better job with our gamesmanship, especially when we're driving to the rim and we get a guy lifted. Right now, I'm assuming this is why we're not getting any calls or not getting as many as I feel like we should. When we get guys lifted, we're taking tough fadeaway shots, so our gamesmanship has to be better.
I would ask Mike Brown. I get it. He's right, and I'm stupid, and I'm a little kid. But I also am a huge fan of the Dave Chappelle movie Half Baked. And when somebody says we're getting guys lifted,
different context.
I think, can you say when we get them up in the air?
Yeah.
That's what he means.
Yes, it is what he means, yeah.
Remember when you talked to Samson?
Gotta talk to Samson, which we did earlier today.
We did at 7 o'clock hour.
Getting guys lifted. Well, we also have to stop with the stinking turnovers, too.
Yeah.
On the road against a good team.
Sorry, Mike. One quick note, by the way, Jason. I keep forgetting to bring this up. The Kings yesterday, not huge volume, 58% from the line.
Yeah, it was a bad night. I mean, they didn't get enough attempts. That's what his point is, but they didn't shoot them well.
Here's Mike on the turnovers.
You got to take care of the basketball. And, we could talk about it until we're blue in the face. When you put that thing on the floor, they're coming. And if you feel a second body, if you don't just make the simple play, just get off of it, you're going to turn it over. And they had 19 fast break points, but a lot of it was off our turnovers. We tried to dribble in a crowd. We tried to spin and make a move when we know bodies are coming instead of just picking it up, being strong with it, and hitting the first open guy.
Mm-hmm. But there's a bright side. According to Coach,
oh yeah,
we're still in the hunt, Jason.
Oh, yeah,
no, it's 100%. We're still in the hunt, and you what you got to do is you analyze the game, you look at it, you learn from it, you grow from it, and you try to limit the mistakes that you made previously. But the tough one for me, like I said, is it was the same formula in our last game versus the Knicks. We passed up open shots, and we didn't get off the ball. And when you play a team a second time and after getting beat the first time, you hope that you could do a better job in those areas. And if you do, you live with the results.
Yeah, I can't figure out if it's going to be 48 wins, the same as last year, or 49 that's going to be the last spot, the top 6. I don't know. I think it's going to be in that range. And to get to 48, you have to go 4-2. 49 makes it 5-1. That seems unlikely.
50 is 6-0.
50 would be 6-0. I would say they would be in for sure if they do that.
Yeah,
but
I would too.
We just said, what are they? 9.5-point underdogs tonight. So yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Am I the only one that thinks being 9.5-point underdogs on the second night of a back-to-back in Boston is like weirdly low? I'm not.
I went 11.5, so I don't know.
Oh,
it's
that's
not that
true.
much of a difference, but
this. I mean,
and Boston's lost 3 home games all year. Smoked the Kings the last time. I think the only thought is Boston now officially has secured the 1 seed. So I don't know. And they've done a little bit of resting here lately with some players. They don't rest the whole roster, obviously, but will they mix and match some people the rest of the way and say, they've already got to the number of 60 wins. Mm-hmm. They're not going to set a franchise record of wins. So
Kings have not beaten the Celtics since March 19th of 2021. That was they swept them that year. That was also in Boston. They lost earlier this year at home to Boston by 25 back in December. Last year they lost to Boston by 33. They lost to Boston by 18 in Boston. The year before that, 21-22, they lost by 29 at home, and they lost by 53.
I was going to say there was one in Boston they were trailing by 60.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Take a break. Stranger things have happened, Jason.
Yeah.
When we come back, let's get to a standings watch as well. We'll have a little more post game for you and look ahead to the weekend before we get to Brendan Nunes at 9 a.m. Celebrity birthdays at 9:30. Friday fun and games at 9:43 with Styles and Watkins. We're right back after this.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear Hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sactown Sports.
It's Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you want a deal that's a slam dunk, go see the winning team at Folsom Lake Ford. Folsom Lake Ford is your truck headquarters with all your American-made favorites, like America's best-selling F-Series, F-150s, and Super Duties, or spacious new Explorers and Expeditions, plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports, all in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. In the Folsom Auto Mall, you can buy any new Ford with zero down on approved credit, save big with low interest finance rates, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Check out the huge selection of inventory online at folsomlakeford.com or stop by the dealership to see their most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. They'll help you out. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 35 years and counting.
The PGA club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fidium Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T level is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They're in Midtown in the Cal Sutter Medical Building and also offer telemedicine appointments. Plus, with free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation today. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort. See what we can do for you with a free fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one near you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Only an hour and a half left.
Flying by.
It is flying by. Brendan will join us in half an hour. Some of the standings real quick, Jason. Well,
we have to.
Yeah, I know. Look through like one. It's one of those where like I'm put my hand up, like how you watch a scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wouldn't say the Kings are doing the Tom Petty right now and free falling.
No.
They're not.
It's just it's too close. That's why they can change position so quickly.
They're not doing the Tom Petty. They are doing the Jim J. Bullock.
Too close for comfort?
That's right, buddy.
Nice.
I knew you'd get that.
Yeah.
It's too close for comfort. 44-32.
When would you be comfortable? Game 82 and they're in the top 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because I don't even want to, dude, like, you know what would be so apropos for this season? Is that like the Kings, let's say they beat Boston and OKC or lose to Boston, beat OKC, beat Phoenix at home, whatever. They put themselves in a position and then they lose to Portland.
Oh, in game 82. I guess that would be fitting.
Wouldn't that would be so fitting for this year.
Sat like they don't have anybody anyway, but sat everybody, played their G Leaguers.
It's Yeager's revenge. It would be the same thing that happened to Dave Yeager and the Kings when Portland was playing their G League team and still beat us.
Yeah.
We were trying to get to 40 wins.
Yeah.
40 wins. That's all we want.
That's what we were celebrating then.
We were celebrating, not 50.
No.
Not above 500.
Right.
Not 500, 40.
Not even getting 40 wins, just the chance for 40 wins.
Oh, there's the graphic I saw. So percentage chance of the play-in right now, the Kings are at 96%, which is weird. The Lakers are at 94%. How is their percentage?
Do they have the tiebreakers?
No.
The Kings have the tiebreakers.
And they're behind the Kings.
Huh.
Maybe
their schedule's more difficult. Didn't you read that?
Yeah, but maybe it's
Oh, you forgot, Jason. There's the Lakers.
Yeah. You know what? If they finish 9th, they actually get 5th.
But hold on, is that like they're 2% less because they have a better yet terrible chance of falling out of the play-in? Because that stat I took as because Dallas was a 4%. Meaning that Dallas
will probably be in the top
top 6.
Yeah.
But that also counts, I think, for
going the other way.
Going the other ways. That's
how far are they ahead of Houston?
They are. They're 5.5 ahead.
Lakers only have 5 games left.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
They're played more games
because they're the Lakers.
Okay.
Let's just when in doubt.
Yeah, they're the Lakers.
They're the Lakers.
Just throw that out there. Yeah, now it's more dangerous team in the playoffs: Warriors, Suns, or Lakers. Well, there's a decent chance the Warriors are playing the Lakers, so one of them will not be in the playoffs.
I think the NBA hates that.
What?
The Lakers playing the Warriors.
Yeah, they like the concept of the play-in.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if we didn't have the play-in.
Yeah, we'd be sitting here like we're a half game away from being out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
the Warriors would be out right
now. The Warriors would be 2 games out.
Mm-hmm.
I think they hate the idea of the Lakers and Warriors playing a one-off, and one of them they're going to lose.
They'll love it like for the one night because it'll be massive ratings,
Yes.
but then they'll hate that a LeBron or a Curry will not be in the
yeah. Steph and Dre going down, Clay going down to AD and LeBron's house, and it's
or vice versa.
Winner take all. Yeah. I mean the Warriors are a game and a half back of the Lakers right now. Interesting note about the Warriors though, that actually might be what they want. The Warriors are 19-19 at home this year. That's a little surprising.
Yeah.
They're 23-15 on the road. So the Kings not the only team. 23-15 at home for the Kings is fairly respectable. 21-17 on the road as well. So it'll be the second straight year they're above 500 both at home and on the road. The Kings are a game behind the Pelicans. Pelicans have the tiebreaker. The Kings are a game behind Phoenix. That tiebreaker will be decided at Golden One Center. The Kings are a game and a half behind, 2 games behind the Dallas Mavericks. And as of right now, have the tiebreaker on the Mavs by a half a game when it comes to conference record. They split the season series 2-2.
Well, those 3 teams, they all play tonight too.
They do.
Warriors.
Do the Lakers play tonight?
No.
Yeah.
But the Warriors play the Mavericks.
Yes.
So, okay. The Warriors beat the Mavericks just a few days ago.
Who are you rooting for?
I still say the Warriors.
Okay.
Because I still want the Kings to a chance at the top 6 and Dallas, Then you've got the Timberwolves at the Suns.
The number 1 seed by themselves, Minnesota.
Yeah, so they need to play. And then the Pelicans, you would say, have the easiest one on paper, but they host the Spurs.
Right.
And the Kings have the most difficult one in Boston on the second night of a back-to-back.
And the Lakers have a bye.
Lakers are off today.
Yeah, have a bye.
Yeah, they play tomorrow.
The Kings. Well, actually, let me take a look, Jason.
Yeah, the Lakers have the Cavs, I believe, tomorrow. No, T-Wolves.
They have the Cavs. T-Wolves on Sunday.
And then the Warriors.
Then the Warriors. Those
Memphis.
are all three at home. Then Memphis and the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the odds are for the Cavs game. I imagine it's pretty darn close. Maybe the Cavs are slightly favored.
Yeah, Cavs haven't been playing that well lately.
Well, let's put it this way, guys. There is a scenario where the Kings, we're going to wake up on Sunday. There is a realistic scenario, not a probable, but a realistic scenario. When we wake up in the morning on Sunday, where the Sacramento Kings will be alone in the 9.
Yeah, very possible. Like I said, I think it can get worse before it gets better, or could get better. We'll see.
I want it to get better.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. I would like it to get better. I don't want to be sitting there. And look, the Kings are 6 games ahead of the Rockets. They're not falling out of the play.
No.
But as a guy dealing with, another team I love, the English soccer team that's sitting in the relegation zone right now, these are kind of similar feelings right now. Like when you're in that zone, you're very, very nervous. Now the Kings aren't getting relegated no matter what. They'll be in the play-in. But the idea that they're incredibly close to having a one-off against the Warriors.
I know.
A one-off against the Warriors is not what I want, Jason, unless we win.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
and
to
I
me,
really want it.
I've seen people say this, like the play-in's a failure. I don't think that it is, though, if you don't get through it.
Who says the play-in's a people say the play-in's a failure? Is that a thing?
Well, like, I feel like it's if you get put in a play-in, like you're just not in the spot where you're a playoff team. I said, well, you still can be.
Right.
But my thought is it would be a disappointing season for sure if you get there and you don't get through it because it's not a playoff trip. And that's, you're trying to build off of last year. I think this year's been a far more difficult year.
Yes.
I think that's been proven, but you've got to break through and be a playoff team.
I like the scenario you brought up, though I think I would die of a heart attack going through it. But having the Kings play the Warriors at Golden One Center and winning, and then having to face the Lakers.
I think the one I put was like the worst one. They're 10, and they have to go to San Francisco
and then LA.
So beat them there, beat LA there, and you're in as the 8. I don't want that. But if we knew it could happen,
if basketball Jesus came to me and
said,
was
I'm
like,
going to give you this guarantee,
I'd be like,
you would sign up for
rooting for it. I'm rooting for the Kings to lose every game the rest of the year.
Okay, here's the one
until they play.
Here are the choices. Basketball Jesus gives Dave Carmichael.
Basketball Jesus
says, you know what? I'm going to put you through a little torture. You're going to be 10th, but you're going to get the opportunity and deliver on beating the Warriors as the 9. Then your reward is to go to LA and eliminate the Lakers, but you're going to lose in the first round and maybe a sweep or whatever. You're going to lose in the first round. Or choice 2, you get in without any of that stress and you win a series and you get eliminated in the second round. What do you choose? Those are your choices.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable. Carmichael Dave, what do you say?
Oh, that's so good.
You beat the Lakers, you beat the Warriors,
so good.
You lose in the first round. Or you avoid all of that, but you win a series.
I know everyone listening is screaming right now going, are you stupid? Of course you go to the second round. Of course, idiot.
And there's no advancing either one.
But my whole thing is this.
The joy you would have of beating the Warriors and Lakers, would that be better than winning a first round
Yes,
series?
I think it would.
We don't ask easy questions.
No, we ask hard. We what is it? Asking questions, getting answers.
Yes. I need an answer.
Yeah, because sending LeBron and AD home and all the memes of Sabonis holding AD like a baby. And then all the memes of like the Beam doing the night thing to Steph Curry and sending all of them home.
That's precious.
That's so precious. And then we face the Timberwolves. I don't know, Nuggets, Thunder, and we
Thunder Nuggets,
the Thunder Nuggets or Thunderwolves, and
you get swept.
And you get swept, and like, yeah, that sucks. God, honestly, I think it's one of those, like, we're gonna lose no matter what, whether it's in the second round or it's in if we're gonna lose, and losing is guaranteed. I think I'd have a much better time in the offseason being like, hey, look, man, we lost. Those games bit us that we lost early in the year. throughout the year. We ended up losing to a 1 seed, 2 seed, whatever. But you know what? We sent LeBron James home, maybe ended his Laker career because Bronny's coming out. And then we sent Steph home. And maybe this is the last iteration of these Warriors we'll ever see.
I think this is tough, proving that you're having a tough time answering it.
Yeah.
Our YouTuber, second round. That's the choice. Another one says long-term building greater than short-term joy. So 2 for that. The next one, whether you're eliminated first or second round, still elimination. Snipe the Lakers and Warriors.
Kind of where I'm at. It's because I'm so petty. Like, it's kind of where I'm at. Like, I feel like the pain of losing in the second round would be far outweighed by the joy of just knowing that you think about this too. You might be able to end LeBron James's Laker career
and break
up the Warriors in the same postseason, and you're the team that
you're
did
responsible.
You sent home the 2 biggest ratings cows in the NBA.
I think which is not wrong, all you're thinking of is the Beam night
yes
meme and LeBron
like LeBron where he's crying.
No,
but AD and the baby. Yes, and
baby.
Domantas Sabonis is dressed like basketball Jesus, and he has like the little robe and all that, and then he's holding. Well, no, I guess he's got to be basketball Joseph in the robe and all that. He's holding little baby Anthony Davis. It's got like AD's giant
10-0,
giant 11-0, I think.
11-0, yeah,
and then it's like a little baby with a huge monobrow. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going for. I'm just so I can
choosing that.
That's so I can be petty online all summer.
Okay. Remember this?
Yeah.
Hey, it's 110 out, but remember this.
Hey, remember this? Yeah. Oh, your 4 championships. That's great. What about now?
Yeah.
Where's that at now? Your dusty ass championships. We sent you home. LeBron, you fraud. All right, we'll take a break. That's a great question. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? We're going to go streaking. We're going to recap 3 in the key, and we're going to do 2 threes in the keys. Oh my God.
We're in there forever. We're
camping. It's a coin flip whether we get through all of this before Brendan Nunes joins us. We'll do that at 9 a.m. as well. Don't go away. We got a great hour 15 left for you next.
Keep it here to Sactown Sports for the Sacramento Kings push toward the postseason.
Get analysis from our local shows, breakdowns from our Kings insiders, and all the thrilling moments from the G-Man.
Keegan Murray scrambles to save it. He gives it now to Barnes. 1 on the clock. Desperate 3 on the way. He scores the triple. Game tied at 121 apiece. 17 for Barnes.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper. As the proud sponsor of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew, Alsco Uniforms offers certified hygienically clean lab coats, scrubs, bed linens, towels, floor mats, and an array of mops tailored for your healthcare facility. Our services include convenient delivery to your doorstep. Leading the way in healthcare laundry services in Northern California, discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Go to alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's alsco.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan Sea Salt Body Wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, I want to make sure I got this right because there's a lot of info here, and I probably got it wrong. But I put the poll out on the tweeter, and just make sure I worded it right. Which would you rather? Jason Ross edition. Option A, slide to 10th, but beat the Warriors at Chase, then go to LA and beat the Lakers, sending both home. But then you get swept in the first round.
Okay, that's correct.
Or option B, get in, whatever, win your first round series versus whoever, but then get swept in the second.
Oh, we're doing sweep. Okay, that's fine. I don't know that it had to be a sweep. Either way, it doesn't matter. Yeah, right. It's elimination. Okay. Yeah, that's basically right.
Option A, send Steph and LeBron home. Option B, second round. Just 25 votes in. I just hit enter before I walked up here. Who's winning?
Take Warriors and Lakers out.
I'm going to go the other one, but it's with 20.
Super close.
Yeah, it's going to be like 54%.
And I said below, I said, I'm not going to lie. I know B is the right answer. But if we're getting swept anyways, I'd rather send those fools packing.
Okay.
76% of the initial 25 votes, early tallies, say, let's go to the second round. That's a very mature response from our fan base.
We're still waiting on Broward County, though.
On what?
We're Howard County.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of ballots.
25 votes is too early.
Stop the count. Also, who's hot, Christopher Lott?
The Splash Brothers. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson combined last night for 58 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. They were both 9 of 7. They were combined 9 of 17 from 3. And they're 133-110 win over the Rockets.
Boo. Noted online blogger Tim Maxwell's response is, I would rather win the finals. I would rather punch you in the ear hole. Answer the question.
Funny. Was that one of the options?
No,
Dave?
it wasn't. Do the right thing. Don't color outside the line, stupid. STUPIT. I said it like that purpose. Stupid.
Yeah.
Answer
You
the question.
dumb.
You dumb. Answer the question the right way.
Damn.
All right, who's not?
Harrison Barnes.
Unfair. Prove it.
Oh.
In 15 minutes last night, he had 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers in the Kings' 120-109 loss to the Knicks.
You proved it. But hey, can I give a stat in favor of Harrison Barnes just because I want to? He's your roommate after all, Dave.
He has not turned the ball over today.
Well, today, no, but he did have 3 yesterday.
Oh.
In a game with the Kings lost by 11, he was +1. Should have played him more.
Oh, yeah.
So
he was
when he comes home after a game like that,
Right.
is it just quiet or you?
Yeah, no. So, well, he's
he's
in New York, but we talked on the phone last night.
Yeah,
because
FaceTime.
Yeah, he had a package coming from Barnes and Noble.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
another book.
He
Finance
also
book.
asked you to feed his gerbil, right?
Yes, he did. And so I was like, yeah, here's the. I held the books up. And he's like, oh, yep, that's the right one. Just put it in my library,
Yeah.
which I did. He's got a big
It's
library.
leather bound, right?
Leather. It smells of mahogany.
Yeah.
Rich leather mahogany. You know what? Honestly, we generally.
Did he want you to read to him?
Jason, he didn't ask me. I offered, but that was at the end of the conversation. We'll get back to that. Generally, we don't talk about it. But I did say, hey, man, tough game. Everything good? Everything good? And you know what? He said, hey, man, it's a tough game, but you just got to put it behind you. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, Boston.
Interesting, because I must have talked to him after you did.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I know you'll see Dave tomorrow. Can you tell him to stop wearing my robe? So I thought I would let you know. It bothers him.
We argued about this before. I didn't know it was his robe. I thought it was a robe he got for me because it says HB on it. I thought that stood for hot body, and he meant it for me.
On the back, it says, car. It reads. I mean, it doesn't say it.
No.
You push your
It
button.
says it. You push your button. It goes, ah! And then, yes, I said, would you like me to read to you? Nice, cheer you up. And you know what? The choice was last night. He said, you choose. I read him a few pages out of Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, Hungry
Good
Mungry.
choice.
Always a plus.
Good pull.
Little giving tree.
That made him feel better.
It did.
Yeah.
I love Harrison
Bounce
Barnes.
back game tonight.
I love this bit we have where Harrison Barnes and I are roommates. I hope
Do you think he gets back to him?
I hope if it does, I imagine it would.
He said what?
Imagine somebody asking him, is it true that you and Carmichael Dave are
You and Dave Carmichael?
Dallas Braden's at the presser asking if he lives with Dave. I would hope if it got back to him and hopefully somebody gave him context. Not just, hey, is it true you and Dave? If there was if somebody sent him a clip, I hope he would laugh because we're always very respectful and kind about.
You said that's the person you'd want to be roommates with.
That's who I would want to. If I had to be roommates with any current King, it's close. We debated it, but I think in the end it'd be HB.
Yeah,
it would be. I love HB. I'm not saying, look, they had a crap whole game last night.
Yeah, you can love him and be critical.
Yeah, we got to be honest with our friends and roommates.
Right. So stop wearing the robe.
God dang it. All of that. And damn it. We didn't get to any of the other stuff. Any of it at all. You know what, though? You know what I think we should do? What do we have? We have 1 minute? Okay, we have 1 minute. Let's go streaking right now.
Okay.
And what do you say we just do we do the threes in the key and bring Brendan into the whole
That's
thing?
fine.
Okay, so let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go
He was wearing a name tag that said Grayson Rodriguez.
How's your vision?
I can't see very well. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, Brendan Nunez is going to join us, and we're going to bring him in on some of the stuff. We'll recap 3 of the keys, so he's just going to kind of have to relax while we do that.
Just relax.
Relax and eat an egg sandwich.
We got to see if he's done it. He better have.
Christopher Lott, has Brendan Nunez done an egg sandwich yet? No, I'm asking you. We're betting here.
Yes.
Yes, Jason Ross?
I'm fully believing he did.
I say he hasn't. It's gonna be something like, oh well, I'm looking forward to doing it this weekend. I had a little rough day yesterday. Whatever. Busy. Was riding around with my parents. When we come back, Brendan Nunez, senior Sacramento Kings insider for Sactown Sports, coming up next.
Last season, the Sacramento Kings gave us a little bit of everything. A Pacific Division type, GM of the Year, Coach of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, All-Stars and All-NBA performers. Plus, we got to light the beam.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
What does this season have in store? Find out. Each and every Sacramento Kings game can be heard right here on your proud home of the Beam team, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, bring it on, been there, done that, we've got your back, without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
Live in concert. Every single day. Friday, April 12th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. Special guest, The Elevators. On sale at ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Dirty Heads Live. Rescue me.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531. 808-2531.
This segment is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville. Check them out at KiaVacaville.com.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Said, well, friend, if you're going over there, he's going over there with the few people. I said, hey, if you have a chance to go see a footy match, I can try to get you in. So he said, yeah, could you try to get me, how about this game? It'll be near where I'm at. I said, sure. So working on it, checked in with him last week. Hey, can you still go? Checked in with him a couple of days ago. Can you still go? Yeah. So I called my guy over there. I said, hey, any chance you can help me out? If you can't, don't worry about it. Comes back to me early this morning. Goes, hey, I got you all hooked up. I got a text from this friend today. He says, yeah, you know what? I'm so sorry. Our schedule is different now than it was, and we can't go to that game. I'm really bummed, and I'm sorry for making you do all this for nothing. I genuinely feel awful. I won't say who it is. I haven't texted that person back yet. I'm like 100% not mad, but I'm going to let him have like an hour of thinking I'm super mad.
Yeah.
And then I'll joke with him later. But I feel like that's an appropriate punishment.
Okay.
Because there should be a little bit of a punishment, but like also, I know this person genuinely feels awful.
Yeah.
What could have changed though?
Huh?
What could have changed?
That's honestly, that's going to be the punishment is this hour of him thinking I'm mad. And then he has to tell me what changed and I'll get back to you privately.
It's gonna be, I'm going to a funeral because someone died.
Okay, if it's that, then I'll feel bad, but I don't think so.
It's 2 hours. Go to the game.
I know.
I'm furious. I'm way more mad than you are.
I'm not saying I'm not, but do you know who I'm talking about, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Because he also asked me, hey, what's the best way to get tickets to the game?
The Andersons.
They got tickets?
Where's Brendan?
I'm calling.
He's done this before. This is 3. This is 3 times. All right. Hey, listen to me. Call him again. And if he
I always double check. I'm looking back. I checked yesterday. Tomorrow at 9? Question mark. Yep, I'll be there.
I'm just gonna say it's always one of those things like I'll reserve until like because again, it's kind of like what he was just talking about. Like, knock on wood. Hopefully something hasn't happened wrong. Hopefully everything's fine. Honestly, hopefully I'm hoping at this point he forgot or overslept. That would be the best case scenario of this whole thing because I do love him. But if he forgot and he overslept, I don't want him back on for the rest of the year. That's the punishment. That's 3 times. We can't have a segment that we pre-promote and schedule.
And we even moved to 9.
We moved to 9
for the benefit of.
By the way,
insiders.
we also could have. By the way, was going to have and thought about this briefly. Having either Casey Pratt or Brody Bazil on today at 9. Told them let's do it next week. We've got our guy on. And this is a 3rd time. So if it's something understandable, of course, and I love Brendan dearly, but if this is a 3rd time we've done this, then and Junior Kings insider. No, I said senior going into break.
You did. You elevated him.
Demoted. When we did the whole thing the other day with the sword on the shoulders, when we anointed
taking that
it,
back,
and
now you're slicing an arm off.
Also, I'll decide this later. Might ask for the egg maker back.
True punishment.
Yeah, Sactown Tony, you're right. It's more like Brendan Nunes. Brendan with the show. You got to pull this crap on the drive guys or your round tables with Styles and Watkins. Frankie at 12. I love Frankie. I'm tired of Frankie cleaning up.
Frankie cleans.
Frankie cleans. Frankie clicks. No, that's no anything on Frankie. You know, you want to grow, you want to be in the, whatever, fine. You can't do mornings, say you can't do mornings. It's exposure. You're on the big flamethrower. You get your name out there. You get your, just saying. You can't do mornings, you can't do mornings. It's fine.
I hope he didn't choke on an egg sandwich.
Oh my God. Don't even put that out there because seriously, I'm going to have to take the whole thing back.
The egg maker?
Come on, Brendan. Well, if there's a bright side We've got 11 threes in the keys to get to. Cue up John Tesh, if you will. The show moves ever forward, as Don Geronimo used to say. Ever forward. Let's recap last night's 3 in the key. Kings and Knicks.
Yes, we made a few predictions. Dave, we asked for Jalen Brunson points. He was a Kings killer the first time. He was basically a Kings killer last night, too. You predicted he'd score 36. I said he would score 30. None of this was on air, by the way. Yesterday we had slammed with all the A's.
Yes.
We had all this done off air. So you said 36. I said 30. Chris said 32. Jalen Brunson ended with 35. Carmichael Dave, you were the closest.
Yeah, kind of, but not really.
Then we asked for the Velvet King, a new term coined on the show.
By Jason Ross.
And we were looking for the bench player. We had a system here that had the most points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals, adding all those up. Dave, you picked Davion Mitchell. I took Trey Lyles. Chris took Davion Mitchell. The three of us tied with 14 total points on that. But Sasha got 15.
Oh, with those late garbage threes
and rebounds or whatever. And then the random stat, Dave, you said Mike Brown would win a challenge. He did.
Yeah, you know what? Almost not a random thing anymore, though.
I said
it's getting up there with triple doubles for Tomas.
That is.
I said Keegan Murray would lead the team in scoring. That did not happen.
It didn't happen.
It was De'Aaron Fox. And Chris said Trey Lyles would have 3 or more three-pointers. That did not happen either. Trey Lyles connected on 1 three-pointer. So there you go. That was yesterday's 3 in the key.
All right. There's a palate cleanser like Ginger at a sushi place. We got a phone call at 1-800-920-1140 before we get to the next 3 in the key for tonight against the Celtics. Ben, good morning. You're on with Jason Ross.
Hey, guys. I hope you're having a great show so far.
We are now.
Yeah, well, thank you. I just jumped in the car, so I think you guys might have already covered this, but I saw the interview or not really interview, but Vivek talking about the A's coming to Sacramento. And let's be honest, I think Sutter Health Park can probably pack more than what the A's were typically getting in Oakland anyways. I just wanted to see, how promising do you guys think this could be? Because it's kind of exciting for me. I'm a Giants fan, but I'm just excited for Sacramento to get them. So I just wanted to get your take on that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we already went over that, Ben. Jason, you say the thing.
Well, again, I feel like I'm excited about that thought. I am. Yes, factually. Yes. I feel like it's a little bit difficult on the celebrating of the excitement today. Now, there's other people that can and should. When they're doing a press conference yesterday, you're trying to promote the exciting things about what everything can be. So I don't fault anybody for that. But there are people that are hurt by this too. So I want to be sensitive to that. But time will help in this. And where it'll help on the positive side too is, Dave, I'm already envisioning next year at this. I do want to go to the home opener. I do want to go to games. I do want to see that. And I can picture next late March or early April, the first game at home and the first ever game of this version of the A's here. I think that's going to be really exciting. And so and then the future potential of that, I don't know how realistic it is, but I will say this. I think there was probably 0 chance of Major League Baseball being played here before yesterday.
That's true.
So I don't know what the percentage is now. And in all of this is one thing I forgot to bring up earlier. I don't know, kind of felt like a little afterthought, 2 years ago when Vivek bought the stadium and the River Cats. It's kind of interesting move. I mean, if he doesn't, we talk about kismet with KJ being here. Like if Vivek doesn't buy the team, I don't think the A's are here. With him and Fisher's relationship, right?
I think so. I don't disagree with that. I think it's exciting for the city of Sacramento.
Yes.
I think being able to see being a 2 major league sport town,
right?
How great is that? Being able to see major leaguers, and the A's playing, is going to be exciting. I think it's an economic boon for the city. I think it's a spotlight boon for the city. I think it does increase their chances, whatever that may be, of either holding the A's or an expansion.
And also, don't you think it'll be 4 years? I think it'll be 4 years.
I think it will be 4 years too. I do.
Here's a major problem I have, which feel like, oh man.
But by the way, hold on. Chris, did you hear everything I just said though?
Yes.
And you and I are on the same page here. Do you agree with everything I just said?
I agree that's how things can go.
Yeah, yes. But you go ahead now.
I agree that things can go and there's a good chance that they could happen.
Yes.
Okay. But one of the things I say, Vegas falls through. Fisher has to stay in Sacramento. They buy them. Where are you getting that from? Fisher has shown that he has no plans on selling. People even say that in Vegas. Where is that coming from? He's had plenty of chances to sell the team.
Is the pushback, though, is the pushback to you, because this would be my pushback, is the Maloofs said the same thing. That the pushback on that is that the Maloofs weren't as rich as Fisher. I understand that too, but you do wonder if at some point he's just going to get blocked at every angle and just go, okay, Joe, Lacob, Vivek bid.
And like, I don't even know if that happens. Like, what if MLB just takes it over? Just like, okay, we'll just handle this from right now.
That's, unless you're a Don Sterling, unless you're a Sarver. I mean, you could make an argument that in a different, obviously we're not dealing with racism or harassment or any real life stuff, but that's a big precedent.
And then we're dealing with
owners.
a guy that has failed to get a stadium when he has been given hundreds of millions of dollars, not just from Vegas, from Oakland, from the state of California, for what he wants, and he has not been able to get it.
Yeah.
He's a closer.
Does he have? Is there an MLB floor? Remember when the Maloofs, the final year, they actually had to acquire a player?
I don't believe there is. I think
that's a big misplay by baseball.
Agree with you. I think the floor, honestly, is every rookie and vet minimum combined times 25.
Yeah, because the one counter, because I saw this yesterday. I was looking at, I know they're the lowest payroll and they have been near the bottom. But actually, last year, I think 3 of the bottom 4 all made the playoffs and did well. It's not, and the top 3 were like the Yankees, the Padres, the Dodgers. There was another team that spent a bunch of money and they all missed. So it's not. Yeah, Mets. Thank you. They were number 1. That's all right.
Yeah.
And so it's not foolproof, but the look is terrible. The look is terrible.
It's the facility. It's it's not just the lack. I think honestly, what hurts even more than the lack of salary investment in the team is that the amount of times, like Kings fans, for example, were like, "Oh, we always supported the team and did it." Yes, but also like imagine if Chris Webber, nope, traded. Kevin Martin traded.
I know what's been a bigger pain for A's, longtime A's fans
for cash considerations.
Hey, we developed. Here they are. Here's. I mean, last year's All-Star game, there were so many A's in the All-Star game, they just weren't wearing A's uniforms.
Right.
So it's like, Matt Olson was there, and Jonah Heim, and Sean Murphy,
Marcus Semien.
It's like, well, they were A's.
We did the catcher. Is it Seth Davis or whoever?
Murphy.
Sean Murphy. Seth Davis. We did in fact, I want to say we did a thought exercise maybe last summer, Jason, didn't we? Where we took all the A's on other teams, Matt Olson, and Semien and all that. And I think we came to the conclusion, we're like, that's a playoff team.
Yes.
If they still had all those guys, that's a really competitive team.
Well, and the irony, too, of that, like the A's have been in this for a long time, either developing players and moving them on, or the last couple has just been total cost cutting. Yeah. But I think in the last 9 years, they've made the playoffs 6 times. This last couple have been terrible, though.
Yeah. And I just we're expecting, I don't know if we're expecting, but the A's are terrible right now.
They are. Yeah, they are. And baseball, I would say, can change, but like I don't think they even have, like you were talking the other day about the Orioles prospect. Like they have a elite prospect system. I don't think the A's is rated that high right now. And they used to be really good at that. And they've cut that stuff too.
But here's the thing also, Jason. John Fisher has basically been, he's been complaining about losing money.
Mm-hmm.
He's been penny pinching. He just got his biggest cash cow probably cut in half or more from Comcast Sports on the TV side. In what world do we think the investment's going to go do anything but either stay stagnant or go down?
Yeah,
I'm talking about the players on the field.
Right.
So you're going to have, let's just be clear about what we have here.
Yeah.
We almost certainly have 3 years where the over-under on combined wins is probably somewhere around 175, 180.
That's probably a little high.
I'm trying to be high. That would be 60 wins a year at 180.
Yeah.
That's 60 and 102 every year, probably at best. We'll take a break. When we come back, not Brendan Nunes. He's sleeping. But we'll finish up 3 in the key for tonight, 3 in the key for the Kings and Nets. We'll do that next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
1-800-920-1140. I'm not a wrestle guy, but I can appreciate The Rock. I don't know if you saw this or not, but he was in Philadelphia ahead of, I think, WrestleMania. We're going this weekend.
Yeah, we are.
And then we're...
What?
What?
You guys are going to WrestleMania without me?
We're going with the Andersons.
Yeah.
They got tickets. So he's in front of a crowd that's very upset that he's late to this thing.
The Rock was supposed to be
Oh, almost said a bad word there.
here at 4 o'clock. Is that why you're booing? You're booing because The Rock was a little late. Is that why you were booing?
Well, almost. Here, let me move that forward. I'm being very careful here.
Why was The Rock late? You want to know? You want to know why The Rock was late? Are you sure? You want to know why The Rock was late? He was watching YouTube, watching Jalen Hurts lose in the playoffs again.
Much funnier than when he was here and did the whole thing about the Kings losing to the
clever.
Lakers. But yeah, it was. Who knew he could play?
That was in his documentary Greatest of The Rock.
Was it really?
Was specifically that moment in Sacramento.
Were you there?
No.
Okay, because honestly, if
Why
you go
not?
back and watch that on YouTube, that's as loud of a boo as that's as loud as I've ever heard it in there for a non-cheer situation. I honestly, when I watched, I was like, God, I hope they had security there. I would fear for him at that. He's a big dude. You can't take on 17,000.
Oh, Stone Cold came in and stomped a mud hole in him, so don't worry about that.
That's right. Stone Cold smashed the beers. Saw a video the other day where a dude was trying to do the Stone Cold smash the beers, but he didn't. They were beer bottles. He was in a pool. Yeah. Oh, it was? It was? Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought it was.
Did he break his hands?
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
No, and everyone's like, don't move. Don't stop.
My favorite part of that is someone comment because someone's laughing and someone's like, "Are you dumb? How are you laughing right now?"
Oh my God, that's so that's horrible. And I hope everyone was okay. Yeah, I'm like, dude, they're glass bottles, but also it was pretty dope too. Boom.
Woo!
John Tesh, 3 in the Key. Brought to you by smashing glass bottles. Don't do it. I mean, unless you're in a safe location.
Sure.
Then it's fine.
Okay.
Don't do it at home, kids.
Dave, yesterday, Harrison Barnes, your roommate, let us down.
Yeah.
So today in Boston, after scoring 0 points, how many points for Harrison Barnes?
Well, I told you we had a good talk last night. Read Where the Sidewalk Ends together. Yeah. Harrison's a good guy, man. I think he's going to bounce back. It'll be 14 points for Harrison Barnes.
Okay. I have 11. Chris?
15.
Okay. Next up, you referenced some not blown leads, some terrible deficits in Boston. Down by 60.
Yeah.
So what will be the largest lead for the Celtics today?
33. Larry Bird.
Okay. I have 18. Chris?
24.
Man. I know. Random stat. Something different. Something you predict. A little off the board, maybe.
Random. The Kings will lead after 1.
Okay. And then trail by 33.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to Keegan Murray will have a double-double. Okay.
I think that's okay.
Okay.
I can see that.
Chris?
Domantas Sabonis will have a combined of points, rebounds, and assists 55.
Okay.
By the way, what does it take, Jason, yours? Sorry?
Keegan.
Keegan.
You are not listening to him this week.
It's been a long week, man. When is it okay? Because entering the fourth quarter, Sabonis needed, I think, 3 rebounds and 4 assists, either one, to get the double-double. What do you think is the benchmark to be on double-double alert? Like streak alert?
It was there.
Did you feel that too?
I thought he would get it, but it was like, well, I mean.
Because we're used to him having it like the second quarter.
Right. Yeah, he got up to a great, like early on, he was like 5-5-5 already. I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy.
Yeah.
And then he really slowed down.
At one point, Stan Van Gundy was like, and Domantas Sabonis already has 5 assists.
Yeah. He was all over, and the guards were killing it.
Yeah.
They were very positive of the Kings at one point.
How is, no offense, well, a little offense, how is Stan Van Gundy doing these games? Where the hell is Jeff Van Gundy? How is he not caught on?
Got the boot.
Jeff's good, though.
Yeah. Well, Stan's fine.
He's fine.
Oh.
You're really good at the Kinkos. You know. All right, recap or re-rack. Now let's move on from the stinky Celtics into the nominally successful Nets. Yeah, I don't know. Friday, I'm running out of gas. Brendan let me down.
Let's pick you up.
Need a reliever.
Here's some gas for you.
All right, Kings Nets. Sunday,
all right.
Sunday.
We're going to try this one, Dave.
Okay.
Let's go with the last field goal made by the Kings in that game. Who will have it? Kings-Nets game.
You know what? Revenge game. Kessler Edwards.
Edwards. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Davion Mitchell.
Baby, you're my wayward son.
Sasha Vezenkov.
Sahas
Castillo.
Yes. Sasha. Okay.
By the way, Vezenkov finished well. Had some of those garbage time threes. But his first 2 shots looked horrible.
I think one, didn't Harlan call him like, it was something,
It was
which
something,
is not
yeah,
like him.
it's not like,
Zinko.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, Kevin Harlan, who is one of my all-time favorites ever. He's literally seriously one of the best to ever do it. But also, he's the same guy that for his entire career called him Peja Stojakovic. Always bothered me. Because Kevin's better than that.
Yeah. Harlan
Sanders.
We're looking for the Velvet King in this game. So the bench player that has the most points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, that total combined.
I went Davion last night. I'm gonna switch it back to Trey Lyles.
Okay. I too have Trey Lyles. Chris?
I'm going to take Davion.
Okay. And lastly, we're looking for a random stat for the
Kings will never trail.
Wire to wire win. I like that.
Win. They need to get it out of their system after that horrible beatdown Boston gave them.
I'm going to ask the group if this is allowed. It may not be that random, but it's been a while. I'm going to go Sabonis triple-double. Allowed?
I think so.
I'll allow
It's
it.
been frequent enough.
Chris?
I'm going to say Fox will have a double-double with points and assists.
Ooh.
Okay.
What if he gets points and rebounds, though? You should have just said double-double.
No, because he won't.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
He's convinced.
All right.
Down points and assists.
The Jason?
Yes.
What's yours? See, I did a bit.
I didn't do it.
I did a bit there.
I'm not going to do it.
Why don't
Bet
say
you won't
that?
do it.
No, I think we'll take a break when we come back.
Did he do a bit or not?
I don't know.
Did I do a bit on top of your bit?
I'll find out later what to watch and celebrity birthdays. Hey, by the way, guys, got some good basketball on tonight and the NBA as well, because the women's Final Four is happening. NC State, South Carolina, UConn, and Iowa, and what could be Caitlin Clark's last game as a collegian ever.
Could be.
It could be. I don't know. It could be. I mean, it could be anybody's last game, I guess, too. Well, let's get a little existential. When we come back, that and Crumble Cookies brings us celebrity birthdays right after this.
The best team in the NBA all season long has been the Boston Celtics. Today, the Kings will see how they measure up against the league's best.
It's stolen by the Kings. Sabonis gives to Keegan Murray with a hammer. Coming off the dribble. He just accelerated. He exploded. He lifted off and he rocketed home. That jam.
Check out the Kings and Celtics today at 4:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports, and the Sactown Sports app.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Fidium Fiber, Dawson Oil Company, and Good Guys Heating and Cooling.
With RT Painting, our name says it all. We are a reliable and trusted commercial and residential painting company serving the Sacramento area since 1998. Employee-owned, our attention to detail is second to none. Put our decades of experience serving our community to use for you. Get a free quote today. Call us at 916-900-8112. That's 916-900-8112. Or go online to rtpainting.com. That's rtpainting.com. RT Painting, your trusted and reliable painting contractor of choice.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hey, what's up, Sacramento? It's Kyle Draper. Turn up the cleanliness at your restaurant, healthcare, or industrial business with Alsco Uniforms, the official sponsor of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew. We've got you covered with crisp uniforms, hygienically clean linens, floor mats, and, of course, mops delivered weekly. But that's not all. Alsco Uniforms also offers weekly services for first aid and restroom supplies. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Just go to alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's ALSCO.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HYBRID to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HYBRID for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HYBRID for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see like what new technologies in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. Like, I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, "I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly." There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
Dirty Heads. Live in concert.
every single day.
Friday, April 12th, 7:30 p.m. The venue in Thunder Valley.
Say I'm crazy, but I have a
Special guest, The Elevators.
good to me so far.
On sale at ThunderValleyResort.com.
Excuse me, I've been so long, I've been weak.
Don't miss Dirty Heads Live.
Rescue me.
This segment is brought to you by Aztec Solar. Skip the sales pitch. Calculate your solar savings at yourpowersavings.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports.
Got some news on Brendan.
Oh, breaking news.
He's fine now. His roommate was able to find him, but he's going to be okay. Apparently, he choked on an egg sandwich.
The thing is, Chris, is one day, and I've worked with you forever, something really horrible is going to happen to or around you. And Chris is going to be like, yeah, sorry, guys, tough day today. My dog was run over by a 18-wheeler or something. I'm like, yeah, sure it was.
Nice. Funny,
He's be like,
Chris.
no, dude, here's the picture. And it's like his
They
dog.
still won't even believe that.
Like you can see on the collar, it even says like Chris's dog, which is totally what it would say. And the dog is like matted to the wheel. And I'm like, oh, great Photoshop. Haters will say that. And then it like really happens. And so just when that day comes, and I hope.
Oh, no, it's come. It's happened before a bunch of times.
Where I didn't believe you?
Where everyone hasn't believed
yeah,
me.
exactly.
I think it was Timmy. Famously, I said, "Hey, can you
Timmy
cover
the
for me?"
mailman?
Yeah. Hey, can you cover for me? We have to take my dad to the hospital, and Timmy's just like, "Yeah, I'm the one that put him there."
Which is exactly. We were brutal back then, dude. Oh, that's something Timmy would say.
And then it was just like, "Oh no, I hope everything's okay."
Yeah. I hope you
I'm
didn't get
the one that put
I
it.
hope you didn't get mad at him though. You gotta wear that.
That like another unfortunately, it was another time I had to take my dad to the hospital.
I put him there.
And I was meeting up with my friend. And I used to do this thing where when I was running late, I would turn up the radio in my car to make it sound like I'm somewhere. I'm like, "Hey man, where are you? I'm sitting here in the bar." And he's like, "No, I don't see you." I'm like, "Oh, I'm waving my hand. You can't see me." He's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm like 5 minutes away." So then this one time I was just like, "Hey, sorry, I can't make it. Emergency. We have to take my dad to the hospital." He's just like, "All right, I'll see you in 5 minutes." And then he's just like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Please do not apologize.
Don't apologize.
This is my fault."
You brought it on yourself. Shout out to Timmy.
Timmy.
I haven't talked to I think Timmy's actually like forever mad. I haven't talked to Tim in forever. Tim used to work on the night show. Well, it's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. This is a real thing that so he was getting married and like he sent me an invite to go to the wedding and I didn't respond. I did. And a bunch of people.
But you would have been furious if you didn't get invited.
100%. Why am I not in the wedding? Do you have a real update though on Brendan?
He overslept.
He overslept?
Yeah.
Will you tell him that's good. Tell him nothing personal, but no more Brendan in the morning. Okay.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Appreciate that. He overslept. All right. I mean, I've been there. Nothing, I don't hate him. I like Brendan a lot, but Jason, these kids today.
I pay my taxes.
I know I'm getting old, dude, because I so want to go on this like thing where it's like, when I worked at Quad, I was making $6 an hour. True. I worked the overnights, and then I produced the Sean and Jeff show till 10, and then I did promotions because I was a promotions director till 2, and then I slept in my 81 white Toyota Celica stick shift in the parking lot on K Street until it was time to go back to work sometimes. Sometimes I would go home for 3 days. All of that's a fact. I just don't know if that exists anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean Brendan has to.
Exist?
Oh, geez, that's
wow.
worse.
Oh, I thought that's what I meant.
Well, I better not see Brendan at Nate Bargatze tonight, or we'll have words. You know what else I'd like? I'd like can Brendan give us something worth something today? Can we find out about the egg maker?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. In the meantime, what to watch tonight, Jason Ross?
Lots of stuff tonight.
It really is. Kings and Celtics, of course, right here on Sactown Sports. What is the tip off on that? 4 or 4:30? I should probably
4:30.
4:30. Early basketball. Thunder at Pacers. Come on, Ty. Tyrese.
Oh, yeah.
I call him Ty. Wemby versus Zion. Maybe. Oh, Zion hurt his finger, did he?
Yeah. Go Wemby.
Go Wemby. Warriors at Mavericks. I think we're still rooting for the Warriors in this one.
I guess, yeah.
It's
hard to say out loud.
That's like kissing your sister. I think I've never done that. Well, I mean, like on the cheek, but anyways, it just got weird. Timberwolves.
That got way weird.
Timberwolves at Suns. Go. Big Wolves fans. Big Wolves fans here. We are a Wolves hive here. We're a Wolves den on the show. And then the Jazz at the Clippers. Of course, whatever, but we're rooting for the Jazz.
Sure.
Jason, women's Final Four, NC State, South Carolina, UConn, Iowa, as we said before. Your finals will be?
South Carolina, Iowa.
I'd love to disagree with you, but I can't. The only one is I could maybe see UConn winning this one. Gina Ariam has done such a great job this year with all the injuries. And Paige Beckers is insane, like in the best possible way, but yeah, I think South Carolina, Iowa. I know that's what the TV people want.
Yeah,
that's
they do.
Sure.
Big time.
They want anything that just as long as it has Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
And
ratings gold.
By the way, just a prediction here. It will be Iowa versus South Carolina in the finals, and I think South Carolina's going to wax them.
I would predict that too.
Yeah, I think they're going to wax them. Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. We got to go quick.
Oh.
Seen that title before?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. The last text I received from Timmy was on April 6th of 2020. 4 years later, I just got a text from old Timmy, who is still Timmy the intern in my phone. It's an emoji. I can't do it on the air, but it involves a finger.
Oh, you're number one.
Do you think that's a, dude, this is really how I feel about you? Or do you think that's a, hey,
he was listening?
And appreciate that. Hi,
Yeah.
Tim. Miss you. But, do you think it was like, we're good, dude. Obviously, I feel happy enough. I'm good enough with you to give you the.
I think that's a you question. You can answer
Funny, I didn't get a text from Tim.
Me neither.
Oh, he never drinks a second cup of coffee at home. This is going to be a Dave Yeager moment where I'm going to spend the rest of my weekend figuring out what he meant by that glare. Celebrity birthdays.
Celebrity birthdays, like you said, brought to you by our friends at Crumble Cookies. Let's go. Happy birthday today to Pharrell.
Scott?
Nope.
Scott.
Oh, Pharrell Williams, yeah.
It's a tough one.
I think he's older than I think because he had the Neptunes and all that. I'm going to say Pharrell is 53.
49.
You guys tied. 51.
Oh.
By the way, entertainment-wise, Married with Children came out on this day in what year?
1989.
I think you're right. I'll say 88, but I think you're 100% correct.
Neither one of you are right. 1987.
Wow. Remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
Yes.
I was 2.
You were.
I was not.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Sterling K. Brown.
Sterling K. Brown. Wonderful actor.
Yes.
58.
48.
We have an exact answer, and you guys are 10 years apart. So who is right?
I think Christopher Lott's 100% right.
I think Christopher Lott is 100% right. He's 48. Happy birthday to Christopher Reed, also known as Kid from Kid and Play.
Oh.
Reed.
I hate how we've been on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Reed.
Reed. R.I.P. Superman, by the way. Christopher Reed also didn't like those commercials because Kid and Play got aged.
Yeah.
And it made me feel old myself. I'm going to say 50. I'm going to go with 58 again.
54.
Carmichael Dave is closer. Christopher Reed from Kid and Play is 60.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. What? Happy birthday.
Wait, was he like 37 years old in Class Act?
It's older than 23 years ago, isn't it? It was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Early 90s.
We should go back to the 90s.
So he'd be 27.
27.
Happy birthday, to Steven Jackson. Captain Jack.
Stacks.
and Smoke podcast.
I'm going to say he's 49. No, I don't know why I said it like that.
46.
Wow. Between you two, we have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Verlod, 46.
This guy says it goes to Chris.
All right, last one. Finish with Justin Holiday, former King. Was a King for a few minutes, traded with Domantas Sabonis.
Justin Holiday is 28.
30. Chris Verlod's closer to 35.
Whoa. Wow, he's old. Yeah, my goodness. All right, Friday Fun and Games, Styles and Watkins. Best part of the week coming up next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
I love this time of year when the azaleas begin to bloom and the singing birds' sweet dawn chorus remind us that blue skies and sunshine are at hand. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. In sports, the definition for the word master is one who's achieved a high degree of skill, and that will be on display in the highly anticipated golf tournament. In the furniture business, a master is a highly skilled craftsman, an artist even, whose work is coveted by those who appreciate design, quality, and durability. John Keyes was the mastermind of Naturewood Home Furnishings. He knew that you wanted your home to reflect your personal style, whether that was a plain coffee table or a masterpiece for you to enjoy forever. That's why when you walk into Naturewood Home Furnishings, you'll find the largest and best selection of the highest quality home furnishings in Northern California. Masterful. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael.
Yeah. Hey-o. We got Friday Fun and Games. We got a lot to get to, so I want to get okay. Number one, let me start with an apology to Alan. Oh, I apologize for flexing so hard on you yesterday, dude.
With your, what was that? A triple play? You said
unassisted
triple play.
Yeah.
So what happened?
What do you mean what happened? Oh, how did it happen? Caught a long drive at third. Kid didn't was coming from second to third. I was playing third base. Tagged him out.
Corner.
Other dude was a few steps, dove, tagged the bag with my glove.
How old were you?
8.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Alan posted, he's like, I have fine memories of the Coliseum. Here's one of me on Max Preps looking like a stud. And that's an FLEX.
Yeah.
Like a real flex.
That's the only thing I had.
I got you. I would have done it too.
You know what's creepy? I was looking for that picture, and the phones are so smart now. You can search for photos, and I searched baseball, and it came up. Because, I'm going through, and where the heck is this thing? Search baseball, it came right up.
You knew somebody at the newspaper, didn't you?
Then I had to go through all these baseball pictures.
And I got to scroll through all.
All right,
it was
the
first one.
Second, I'm sorry, I got to move it on because we got Friday Fun and Games, but I want to get your guys' opinion. Let's do a vote here. For the third time, Brendan Nunes slept through his spot.
Yeah.
After moving it to 9.
After moving it to 9. Now I do feel post guilty about this, but I just want to. I've banned him for the rest of the year. He can't come on the show anymore. Like we'll and I've demoted him to junior.
Is that including playoffs?
Including play. We'll just do Frankie twice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hello.
Am I because we were gonna have a Casey Pratt or Brody Brazil on at 9 for A's stuff. We didn't because it's Brendan's spot, and you promote stuff, you put it out there. Like this ain't show friends.
I think
I love
you're completely in the right.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm not being a D.
I mean, 3, fool me
3.
once.
I think you're good.
Shame on you.
Times,
Fool me
guys.
twice. Shame on me.
Love Brendan.
Hey.
Love him to pieces.
He's on at 10 with Stazzle.
Yeah, well, he'll show up for the roundtables, but what are you going to sleep past noon?
Fool me thrice. Shame on we.
That's it.
Yeah. Friday Fun and Games, please. Jason Ross, take it away.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. That's what we do. I thought there was a thing.
We do need a thing.
We're just playing an old classic today. It's called the name game.
Let's go.
Simple. The name
Love
game.
the name
The
game.
way it works is it's going to be Dave to Alan to Christopher Law to Chris Watkins. We'll keep the chain
For the
going.
other people that don't remember, what is the name game?
The name game. So I'll give an example. I am going to think of a name that's easy. So you can go off the first name or the last name of. We try to use it as a sports figure, maybe someone famous.
Sure.
We'll be lenient. But if I said Paul George.
I would say George Mirasan.
Okay. But you could have done Chris Paul. Right. You go off the first name or the last name. George Brett.
Gotcha.
George
Paul. Okay, gotcha.
George Carl. Yes, would have been acceptable.
Gotcha.
Now we go to George Carl. Now you're off of George or Carl.
Okay.
Carl Crawford.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. There you go. That's how it works.
All right.
Okay. I think so. I think I have it.
I think I have it too.
Thank you, Dave.
I was
Dave,
doing
you'll
that
be
for
first. Let's. We got a
this is
accompanying
name
music.
game
Casa
music.
Bonita.
Yeah.
Let's use a name that's in. Okay. I don't know why it just came to my head. This may be cringeworthy at first, but the name that came to my head from the news is John Fisher. So you can go off John or Fisher.
Way to go.
Yeah, way to go.
That's where her game
How
starts.
about I went to the John?
Does it be a person?
Yes.
Well, as opposed to Fisher Price. I knew that's where you're going to go.
That was the first thought.
So that was mine too. I'll go with John McEnroe.
John McEnroe is how the game.
What?
So now we got to do John again.
No, that's
Yeah.
it. Or you could do
Is it me now?
McEnroe. Stupid.
John Madden.
John Madden goes to Christopher Lodge. So we've gone John McEnroe to John Madden.
We have to stick with Johns, right?
Yeah, that's right.
John F. Kennedy.
Not a sport.
We're going
He
sports.
said, you said that,
Yeah,
or
we'll go
whatever.
sports.
All right,
We'll go
okay,
sports.
all right.
Okay,
We're
only
sticking to
sports then.
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay, we're sticking to
They told
sports,
us to
everybody.
stick to sports.
Stick to sports. That's what they
Sometimes you don't want to. You're tired of your
Especially
sports.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris does not like to stick.
We know you get tired of your sports.
Let's go with, who'd you say?
Elton John.
John
Madden. Elton John. Let's go with,
Short version of the name game. Today.
It's John. It's not Yingwei.
Mia St. John.
Okay.
Boxer.
Mia.
Does that work?
That
John.
works.
We're taking
I think
it.
so.
John, Mia St. John.
Mia Hamm.
That's I think the only
There
option.
you go. Yeah.
You could have used John again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
guess so,
yeah.
huh? I was thinking.
Mia Hamm. Oh, is it your turn or mine?
No, you. I'm not.
James Hamm. He's a sports figure.
All right. At least we got back to a name. A name we can go off of. James.
LeBron James.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, I just did the thing again. I'm sorry.
Christopher Lodge. LeBron James.
Bronny James.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Yeah. What? You can't think
lot
of
of
any
James.
I'm
famous
trying to
sports
think of
Bronnies?
another famous Bronny.
No.
No.
But will LeBron James count? 'Cause
We've
that's
already.
We already did James.
James.
James Harden.
There you
Nice
go.
job. Nice job.
Mhm.
What, me?
Yeah.
Christ.
He's not a
James
sports
Christ?
figure. Not a sports figure.
James Edwards, former Detroit
There
Piston.
you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Use Edwards if you
James Michael McAdoo.
like. I knew you were going to
Very
use that
good
one.
job.
And that gets us to Michael. That's a good one.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Okay.
did he play sports?
Played baseball.
Oh,
Minor leaguer.
Uh-huh.
Michael B. Jordan?
Ooh,
Um,
he was. Not a sports figure.
yeah.
My twin.
What were you trying
You're
to figure
Michael
out?
and
Michael?
I know. I'm trying to think of a Jordan. I can't think of any other Jordans.
But you can do Michael.
Michael Phelps.
There
Nice.
you go. Dave?
Michael Olowokandi,
There we
Okay.
go.
which gives you you could either do a Michael
Right.
or
an
Olowokandi.
Candy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh! You can't use this, but would we accept Olowokandi Maldonado?
No.
Ah,
Good one. Michael Olowokandi.
Michael Olowokandi.
Oh.
You have Mike Moustakis.
We'll accept it.
Right.
Wait,
New
so
Hampshire.
it's Mike
Or Moustakis.
Be Michael.
Mike Myers, pitcher.
Okay, yeah, he's right.
Sure.
Oh,
Myers Leonard.
yeah.
Oh.
Jeffrey Leonard.
I thought you were going somewhere else. Okay.
Kawhi Leonard.
Hey,
I'm hot.
there's a lot of other Kawhis
Leonard
out
Ellerby.
there. Floyd Mayweather's longtime promoter manager. I guess you can sneak in there.
Leonard what? Mellerby?
Ellerby. Ellerbe.
Are we done? Is the game over?
No,
Almost. Leonard, do you have a Leonard?
maybe not a Leonard, but a Lenny.
He has no idea who that is.
Not
no.
even a single clue.
Leonard.
Floyd.
Oh, yeah, no, you have a Leonard. Floyd Mayweather. Why did I tell you that? Floyd Mayweather Jr. We brought it all back to Leonard Ellerby. And I extra points if you use Junior.
Michael Floyd.
Michael Floyd to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Oh, Michael Floyd. I got you. It was Leonard Floyd.
Chris?
Floyd Mayweather Sr.
Could have gone Junior Felix, Ken Griffey Jr.
To end the round.
Oh, the juniors.
Yeah.
Cliff Floyd.
Yes.
Floyd Yeomans, former Expos pitcher.
Wow.
Played with Razor Shines.
Yeah.
True story. That's it.
I guess.
Good.
You guys did well. You made several rounds.
Yeah, okay. That was fine.
That was one of our best outings.
Yeah. Really, I don't think we didn't get stumped once.
I mean, I really think that, not to be that guy, but I was really the
You're
glue
never
here.
that guy.
I was really the glue
Yeah,
here.
you made it happen.
Thank you.
How much time do we have?
None.
Okay. Well, for David Samson, and we
Yes.
will put that on our
That was
social
really
medias.
good
That was
today.
an excellent
Already
interview. It's
Okay.
already up. Not for Brendan.
Never.
You guys,
Never again.
Let me guess. Kings yesterday, Kings tonight. A's.
A lot of A's, a lot of Kings, a lot of tears for no beam.
Are they going to have a green beam?
I said that yesterday, and Whitey about kicked me out of the studio.
Whatever. Matt Barnes will light the green beam. Tell you that
Light
right
the
now.
green.
We'll take a break. We're back. Light the beam. All that stuff. Love you all. Bye bye now.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?